everybody, and welcome to historic Holman Stadium here in Nashua, New Hampshire. I'm John Collins, along with Tom King, and we're minutes away from baseball. It was a heavy downpour from the DW Highway to Hollis to Holman this afternoon, but it looks like baseball will be played, Tom King.
It will be played. There's no doubt about that. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't going to be, John Collins.
That's right.
So, it was, two separate downpours. My only question was how could the stadium handle the water? The tarp was on the field. I think they were supposed to have the police and fire department game earlier today, but that obviously didn't happen, I don't think, with the downpours during that time. But, John, we're looking at a baseball team right now, the Nashua Silver Knights, that looked like they had turned the corner the night before, the day before the 4th, when they pulled off a doubleheader sweep and of these same Bravehearts, and now all of a sudden they're 16-19. So it's difficult for them right now. They haven't been able to get on a winning streak.
Unfamiliar territory for the Silver Knights, next to last in the
Well,
standings.
it's not unfamiliar territory the last 2 or 3 years, John Collins. They haven't had good regular seasons. And last year they were 21-32 during the regular season. So, this is going to be a situation where they need to put something together. And tonight they're putting up a pitcher, Cooper Anibal, who's 1-1, but he's got an ERA in double figures. So you've got to be, they're nursing injuries, yes. But at the beginning of the season, John, when we did a couple of games, we talked about the hitting and how they needed to come back alive with the bats. Well, they've done that. The problem now is their pitching, and especially their bullpen. So the bullpen, George Welsh, who was their closer, I did a story on him for the Telegraph. He's from Derry, the local kid, done for the year with an bad elbow. He's an all-star as well. He's maybe an all-star, but he had an ulnar nerve problem a few months ago, and it reoccurred. So, things like that have really snake bit them. And they need to get, a good game out of Cooper Anibal tonight just to preserve their bullpen. So they're starting shortstop for Maryland, Ben Cowles, gone, had to go back to school. Dan O'Connor, Maryland pitcher, gone, had to go back, same reason, to take a class, And so those kinds of losses have hurt. On the flip side, the Worcester Bravehearts, their sister team, this is the Creedon Bowl. John Creedon Jr. owns both teams. On the flip side, Worcester now has come alive, and they're a couple of games over 500. So, it's two teams going in different directions right now. Nashua has a 5-game lead on the final playoff spot. They can't finish last. That's the one thing you can't do to make the playoffs. But they've lost their last 3 or 4 games in a row to Westfield. That's not good. So now we're going to rise and have the national anthem, and then we will have baseball here on Nashua ETV, the Nashua Silver Knights against the Worcester Bravehearts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
An excellent rendition of the national anthem here at Holman Stadium.
I think some year they ought to have us do a duet. What do you think?
I couldn't follow that act. I
no,
know
that's
that.
true. It's got to be like early in the year when all the, so they haven't had the good acts yet.
I will go for a dramatic reading of the national anthem, but I would not inflict my singing version on anybody.
You know, John, this has been a tough year for this franchise. Off season with all the changes and the ownership change late, everything that happened. And now they can't buy a break with Mother Nature because this is the third Thirsty Thursday. They're big nights of the past years that has been affected by the weather. I mean, the first one was rained out, second one was raining during, and now we had the downpours. No one's going to come after those downpours because they're afraid, they're going to get hit with another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Well, the dry field had its thirst quenched, but
they did a great job.
It negatively affects the walk-up attendance.
The team and the ground crews did a great job. But, yeah, it definitely affects the attendance. No doubt about it. On the mound, you're watching Cooper Annaball warm up.
Right-handed pitcher.
Annaball, 6'2", 215 pounds. He is a Bedford kid. He is a junior this coming fall at Endicott College. Only made a couple of appearances for Nashua this season.
Good close-up of Cooper through the lens of our cameraman Tim O'Neill, who is manning our home plate camera tonight here on Nashua ETV. The light's already on.
What were the odds of 2 games Tim O'Neill and John Collins in 1 week going to get rained out that we were going to do? Right?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't do Saturday's game.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Against the Bristol Blues.
I know, we had a lot of sun around these games. Plenty of sun, but just on the games, the nights we were scheduled to do the games.
It all ended that Saturday as soon as it ended.
So Worcester will send J.P. Ricciardi's son up to the plate. Tom mentioning before
Mariano
the game.
Ricciardi.
Mariano and his dad, longtime general manager of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Assistant with the Mets last year, assistant GM, one of the triumvirate that ran the team after Sandy Alderson stepped down.
And this
with
season?
An illness last year. And this season he's now a special assistant with the San Francisco Giants.
First pitch swinging, Mariano's going to pop it up to the Silver Knights shortstop. Noah Lucier makes easy work. 1 up, 1 pitch, 1 down here in the first inning.
Right now, I think this is Lucier's job at short because they lost Ben Cowles, as I said, to that class. And Lucier out of Sandown, just a solid kid. He's hitting around 275, and just has worked on his game a lot. Really good kid. I talked to him at length a couple of weeks ago.
Another first pitch swing and another pop-up, this time to the other side of the diamond. And Luis Atiles puts it away for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 up, 2 down here in the first.
That's exactly what you want to see if you're the Silver Knights, and especially Cooper Annaball, because it saves his arm.
Greg Maddox would love the start to this game. The old-time Atlanta Braves pitcher who was able to throw some complete games well under 100 pitches during his career. Helped out by the first pitch swings. Of course, they were thinking base hits, but they popped them up instead. And this pitch is right on the corner, and had the number 3 hitter, young Mr. Thrasher, tried to swing at that, he might have popped it up. So 3 strikes in a row from Cooper Annaball. He missed up and away, first ball of the game. It's 1-1 to Thrasher, Worcester's right fielder.
Set the defense for you for Nashua. Mike Larocca at first base. Luis Atiles at second. Whoa, it's coming right at us, John Collins. And Atiles at second, I flinched.
I took my eye off the field for a second, and here it comes.
Right up.
Yep, foul back 1 and 2.
Lucier at short. And Phoenix Hernandez. Phoenix, not Felix.
Not Felix, Phoenix
Hernandez at third base.
And it says he's from Brooklyn, so it's not like he's an Arizona kid got named after the city or something. You have to look into that, how he got that name.
I don't know how he got it, but I'll tell you about him when he comes up to the plate.
I think it's a great name for a guy that plays at the hot corner, Tom.
It's true.
Phoenix Hernandez. Well, it's the average temperature, probably 110 at this time of year in Phoenix. Day and night.
Pitches outside. Dylan Jones will be the DH tonight. He's got strep throat, so he's not catching. Jake Arend is doing the catching duties. Kyle Sandstrom's in the left. Jake Dupree is how you say it. Dupree. D-U-P-E, Dupree.
Ooh, that just missed the outside corner. John Thrasher still is fortunate to still be up there.
So Jared Dupree is in right. And Barry Walsh, freshman going to Boston College, is in center, and he's going to be right there to make that catch. Perfectly timed, Barry Walsh. Perfectly timed.
Yes.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down, nothing to cross for the Worcester Bravehearts in the top of the first inning.
Well, that'll keep the ball dry that inning, Tom.
Sure will, huh? Exactly. Did not touch the ground.
A couple pop-ups in the infield and a fly ball to straightaway center field. 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first inning. So the Silver Knights will be sending up to the plate. Top of the order for Nashua.
It'll be Lucier, Jones, and Sandstrom. I've written about all three.
You also wrote this week about the Telegraph's Player of the Year, Brett Anderson. Some news about him. Interesting from Bishop
Brett
Gurdon.
Anderson, who we've done a couple of games with, going to the University of Hartford.
And you know what? The guy that just flied out, he's going to be his teammate, right? Thrasher, John Thrasher.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hartford kids in
University
this league.
of Hartford.
And we've had a couple of Hartford kids on this. There's a Hartford player on this team, Joey Grassett.
Yep.
So,
congratulations, though, to Brett Anderson, who also plays for the Nashua Legion team that we're covering here on Nashua ETV. So we'll see some of Brett Anderson this summer before he ships off to Hartford University on a scholarship. Tom also wrote about, let's not miss this one, netting at Holman Stadium, which we can see here for the first time that I've done a game at Holman where they had the extended netting.
well, not today. It's not the first time. They've had the extended netting since the spring.
I've seen it.
So, yeah,
Well,
you've seen it.
I
You've done a few
have
games.
not woken up to the fact that
You've
it's...
done a few games here, John Collins.
Oh, my gosh. How did I miss that?
John, I ask my question about that question very often with you.
Stop it. You know what? Even with this netting, no, correct me if I'm wrong, balls can still go into the sort of upper rows at a fast pace.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
can sneak over the top,
they can
right?
Sneak over the top.
So
yeah,
don't
no
come
doubt
to
about
this. If you don't sit in the lower rows, folks, here at Holman, you still have to be alert to the ball.
Yeah, John, I was down behind the screen one year, 2 or 3 years ago, when a poor little kid got bonked in the head with a foul pop right up over and right down. Kid didn't know what hit her. You know, she was laughing, and then the next thing she realized she was hit, she started to cry.
Yeah, because
So
the
it's
physics
there
of
you
that
got it,
is it
yeah.
comes down the same speed it goes up.
Yeah, you know, so
That's
you gotta
bad.
Exactly.
So you do have to be alert. Even with the netting here, the extended netting at Holman Stadium, the city and the Silver Knights, you said they split the cost of $9,000, and it was money well spent because those lower rows, those were lethal line drives a lot of times coming
It's
off
a
the
photographer's
fences.
job, a little tougher, but that's all right. Safety is the
Yeah.
main deal. Evan Moore on the mound now for Worcester. Falls behind 2-0.
Moore also a right-handed pitcher. A couple of righties going at it here. The Silver Knights versus the Bravehearts. Scoreless through a half an inning. And jackknifing out of the way of a couple of pitches. Lucier is ahead in the count 3-0. Would love to get a leadoff walk here. So a contrast. Worcester first two batters swung at the first pitch and popped out and just avoiding getting hit by a pitch. No need for that when you're getting ball 4 anyway. Lucier trots down to first with a 4-pitch leadoff walk.
Lucier's got some speed. He was a 300-meter runner in high school at Lawrence Central Catholic from Sandown, New Hampshire. Dylan Jones, an all-star, named to the FCBL All-Star team along with Kyle Sandstrom, along with Jared Dupree, along with tomorrow night's pitcher, which is going to be Pat Harrington, Evan Christopoulos.
Takes a ball low.
And George Welch, who can't pitch it because he's hurt.
Congratulations to all those players for making the FCBL All-Star Game, which will be played on July 16, next Tuesday, in Pittsfield.
Or Kona Park. We'll see if it's good weather, it'll be a sun delay.
Really? It's ironic being the Pittsfield Suns home park, they have sun problems.
Yeah, well, it's historic there. It's a sun delay. They stopped the game.
You mentioned it before,
right.
Yep.
And also, I would imagine or I would hope that before that game, they have a moment of silence to honor the memory of Jim Boughton, who lived in that town or in that area, and also was
Jim Boughton and
also was trying to get a professional team to Pittsfield years ago.
Wow, that's
so
a
in fact,
loss.
I talked to him about it years ago.
You did, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ball 4, the famous book.
Sometime in the last 10 years, I think I talked to him.
You met a lot of the people that were in that book. Sparky Lyle, prominent, comes to mind.
Was Sparky in that book?
Yes, the birthday cake in the locker.
Oh,
you kidding me?
All right.
Oh.
Well, because I didn't think Boughton was a Yankee then.
Oh, yeah.
See,
yeah.
In '72, Boughton was not on the
Sparky
Yankees.
Lyle, baby. That was a big ball 4 moment.
It must have been. He must have.
Maybe it was legendary. Maybe he heard about it.
Yeah, he was not on the Yankees.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, you might be right. He was talking out of school in that whole book, and that is 8 straight balls to begin the game. There was a pitcher-catcher conference a moment ago, but Evan Moore is struggling mightily here. What a contrast. You had the first 2 pitches, retired the first 2 Worcester Braveheart batters, first pitch swings on pop-ups. Meanwhile, the Silver Knights have taken 8 straight balls, and we have first and second with nobody out.
Yeah, there's going to be a coaches conference on the mound, too.
I saw Dylan Jones wearing the number 6. Great number, my favorite number, and one of the most famous number 6s of all time, honored at the ESPYs last night. Bill Russell with the Arthur Ashe Award.
I've never watched the ESPYs.
Yeah, you take a break from it all.
It's a made-for-TV thing. It's not really, you know.
It's entertainment, not sports,
it's
really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, see, you won an ESPY. What's the big deal? You know, I mean, it's a made-up award is what it is.
I watched it, Tom, because I'm a seeker of knowledge.
Yeah, right. Well, here's some knowledge for you, John. The netting's been up since May. There it is.
Yeah,
Pitch is outside. 9 straight balls now by Evan Moore. If you're Nashua, you got to capitalize on this in some way. Kyle Sandstrom steps in. He's hitting 308, or at least he was early in the week.
In the 3 spot, but he hasn't seen a strike either. That one was the furthest out yet.
And you know what? You wonder.
10 straight balls.
Wonder. You've been an infielder. I don't know if you've ever pitched, but I mean, he warmed up before the game. Do you have a sense that something's not right when you're warming up? That's what I wonder about. There's a strike. Yes.
I pitched a little bit in my life.
And I'll tell you what he did there, that was a more of an overhand pitch than any of his others. He went straight overhand rather than just coming, not from the side, but coming just from the angle. See, another straight overhand, but he missed.
3-1.
3-1 out of Sandstrom. And I think if you're the Silver Knights, even though the count's in your favor and the big hitters count, I think you make him throw strikes.
There's nobody warming up, Tom.
No, there wouldn't be. You can't lose a pitcher in the first inning in this league. You kill your bullpen for a week. And there you did. Sandstrom did the same thing.
3 batters, 13 pitches, 1 strike.
1 strike. So now Phoenix Hernandez. Phoenix Hernandez nursing a little bit of a hamstring issue. He's hitting cleanup. Phoenix Hernandez, his brother, I believe his name was George, played for the Silver Knights back in 2013. They're both SNU kids. That's where Phoenix is. He's kind of struggled a little bit at SNU.
I actually saw him play up there. I stopped by for a game.
Really?
Yep.
And
hit the ball hard a couple of times right at people. I remember.
He's hit the
Line
ball
drive hitter.
hot and cold at SNU and he's hitting, and he was playing in another league, and it was let go, and wanted to still play, looking for a place to play, and they got him here.
Evan Cooper in a world of trouble here, has walked the first 3 batters he has faced, and he is down in the count 2-0 to Phoenix Hernandez, the cleanup hitter, who, when people drop the lineup, they dream of situations like this, to have their cleanup hitter batting with the bases loaded and nobody out. He looks at a strike right down the middle. That was 84 miles per hour here on the Holman Stadium gun. And the Silver Knights with a golden opportunity to jump out to an early lead here in the bottom of the first. That one's low, 3-1. That was at 87, trying to go right over the top. So that is 17 pitches and 2 strikes. The 3-1. Ground ball to the shortstop. Chance for 2. He flips to second for 1, and it's going to be skied over the first baseman's head.
A gift. And I'll tell you why it was a gift. Because Hernandez clearly can't run. The hamstrings bothering him.
He was a dead duck.
He was out by 3 feet.
And that was as much of a worm killer ground ball as you can get. And the grass has got to retain some moisture, you would think. It looked like it just totally slipped out of the hand.
My
of
goodness.
The Worcester second baseman.
Fielder's choice and an E for
Ricciardi.
Just sailed, took the magic carpet ride, and 2-run score.
So Hernandez on at first base is the only one aboard now. The middle runner, Sandstrom, cut down at second on the flip, is the only out of the inning so far. Lucier and Jones both scored. It's sort of like a rip the Band-Aid off moment for starting pitcher Evan Moore. He might be glad to get out of here with just the 2 runs if he can. There's still only 1 out, however, and Duperre is up there trying to continue the rally. Grounds it foul. Glove by Chelly, just wide of the bag, and it's going to be an 0-2 count as suddenly Moore is ahead on a batter for the first time since the game of his stint began here in the bottom of the first. 2-0. Silver Knights trying to add to their lead. 1 out and 1 man aboard. Not able to run his fastest because of that hamstring ailment Tom talked about. Swing and a miss.
I really wonder what they're playing with fire with that. I mean, I certainly looked like he wasn't running full speed. How's he going to be able to stay in this game and continue to run the bases? There's no re-entry rule in this league.
No. As he's been reduced to a jog.
Boy.
That's, you know, I don't know if he wants to get him a couple of at-bats.
Here comes Mike Larocca. An interesting story about Larocca is he was going to go to West Point and had allergies and asthma. Well, it wasn't asthma, but it was allergies that led to an asthma-like condition, and they couldn't take him. So he's going to be playing at SNU. He is from Florida.
Mike Larocca fouls it off to the left, and another 0-2 count for Evan Moore.
So Moore finally found the plate.
Yeah.
But at the cost of 2 runs. But should only have been 1.
Worcester Bravehearts manager Alex Dion and Tyler Kelly. So knowing what Tom knew, they can't take him out in this league. They need him. They need innings out of him, but also knowing he probably would bounce back just like this. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3.
Got a young player over anxious and swings and misses. So Larocca strikes out, and it's 2-0. Nashua Silver Knights after 1 inning of play here at historic Holman Stadium.
So in a 9-inning game, Worcester is kind of glad to get out of there with the 2 runs. They have a long time to come back.
Adam, who are both members of our Silver Knights baseball camp. So we're going to see what these guys got. We're going to do a bouncy ball race sponsored by Veritas Performance Training. All right, you boys ready to go? 3, 2, 1. It's a little slippery out here, so I promise this is harder than it looks. It's a tight race. It's a tight race. Photo finish. Anyone? Anyone? All right, looks like Adam is the winner. We'll have to look back at the photos, but great work, boys.
To the top of the second inning we go here at Holman Stadium. The Silver Knights hosting the Worcester Bravehearts in a mid-July game. John Collins along with Tom King, Tim O'Neill on camera, and our executive producer of Nashua TV, Pete Johnson, is with us as well. After an earlier deluge, baseball being played here on a thirsty Thursday night, July 11. And Silver Knights enjoying a 2-0 lead for the moment as the cleanup hitter draws leadoff duty for Worcester. And that was a mighty hack by Mac Chelly from Los Altos, California. Not cheated on that swing. It's a 1-1 count here as he faces Cooper Anibal in the second inning. Took a lot off it. Hard hit ground ball right at Lewis, and he fires it across the diamond. Noah Lucier, makes the play. 1 up, 1 down here in the second.
Yeah, BJ never told me that they'd like to see Lucier at this position for a little bit because he'd love to get him back next year and have a 2-year shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'd really like to have that stability at that position.
So they pronounced it as cumulus, like cumulus clouds.
Yep.
I was going to say Paul Cumulus. It's sort of like rhymes with Demulus.
Excuse me. Let's see what he does.
Phoenix charges and makes the play. Nicely done.
Phoenix was able to move on his feet that time.
Yeah, just actually slowing his body down might have helped him on that play as he did it in nice rhythm to get the ball over there in plenty of time to get Cumulus on an excuse me first pitch check swing. Couple of pop-ups to start the first inning for outs. Couple of ground ball outs here to start the second for Cooper Anibal. 2 outs, nobody on. And McNeil the batter for Worcester. Another right-handed hitter. Takes a changeup on the inside corner. Good job of mixing his pitches for Anibal up in the count 0-1 on McNeil.
Ooh.
Drills it to right, but it's going to be right at Kyle Sandstrom.
A rope. And you wonder in this humid air how the ball is going to carry tonight.
3 up, 3 down for Worcester in the top of the second. We're moving right along to the bottom of 2 with Silver Knights up 2-0.
This is the start, John Collins, of a very rare 5-game homestand. Usually you're not home for that length of time.
No.
It's 4 days.
Not in the FCBL.
4 days, but 5 games. And the reason that they've got this homestand for this weekend is they had to give them some kind of a break with the schedule because they lose that weekend of 5 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, with the Legion tournament coming up in 2 weeks. So, so they are going to be here this weekend, and I believe they're here next weekend, but not for as many games. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a doubleheader on Sunday. 5 games at home, and this is the time. They've got to take advantage of all this, and they really, and they have it. They picked up a win on Tuesday, loss on Monday, a win on Tuesday, and then they lost on the road yesterday. So, win, lose. They need to put some games together.
I'd say a 5-game homestand for the Silver Knights in the FCBL is about as rare as a 5-day vacation for Tom King.
Oh, I have much more than that.
But you have one coming up.
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Yep.
That's why you're smiling. Light at the end of the tunnel.
There's a lot of work to be done before I do that.
Happy birthday to my brother tonight, July 11th. Significance in my family because he gets the July birthday. I get the February birthday where the light of day is about 4 hours long.
I get the July birthday, too.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
What day is in July?
I'm not telling.
Wow, I got to look that up. I got to dig for that.
I'm not telling. You got to dig for that.
That's a base hit all the way.
That's extra bases the way Achilles runs.
Achilles is going to cruise into second. He's thinking 3.
No, I'd hold
and
him.
He better stop right there because that was a great throw from the warning track in the outfield.
There have been some good relay throws I've seen this year in this stadium.
Achilles puts the charge into that leadoff double for the Silver Knights.
Jay Neverett was kind of talking a little bit kind of off key before the game. mentioned the word pride when he talked to me earlier. And I think that that's what he wants to see in his team, a little bit more pride in their play. Doesn't like going to Westfield and losing to the last place team by a 13-4 margin, which is what they did. It's a long bus ride there, and it's a longer bus ride home.
That was a indication of a tighter strike zone, a tighter, tougher corner for these pitchers than we usually see here at Holman. As that ball seemed to catch the outside corner, but was called a ball. So instead of being 0-1, it's 2-0 now after that high fastball. So Jake Aaron up there, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, with a chance to knock in Silver Knights' third run as they lead 2-0. Man on second, nobody out. That's high. 3 balls in, no strikes. First base is empty, and the 9 hitter on deck, but just by his body language, going back to get the rosin bag and get a better grip on the baseball, you can see Evan Moore had no intention of walking the 8 hitter, Aaron, as he comes with the 3-0 pitch and missed. Oh, that was a great save by Livingston, just snagging that one out of the air. And if that was a right-handed batter, they would have had a duck for their life, but the lefty.
A great save
Aaron
that keeps the Tillies at second base.
Yeah, with less than 2 out. Nobody out here is Barry Walsh.
Here's Barry Walsh, who is one of the one of the recent high school graduates. He'll be a freshman at BC this year. Comes from Sterling, Mass.
And that's fouled. He was going to bunt it. He was going to try to bunt the runners over.
Bunt the runners over with Lucier on deck, who's a contact guy.
6 feet, 190 pounds. That very athletic-looking ball player here, Barry Walsh. Probably hasn't hit the number 9 spot very much in his youthful career until he got here to the Silver Knights. Creeping way in at first base is Chelly, and that one is a fake throw to second. I'm surprised that Livingston didn't launch that one, as Tillies was venturing pretty far off the bag, but he is back to it. First and second, and a 1-1 count, as apparently Walsh did just pull the bat back just enough to get the ball called there instead of a bunting attempt strike. It'll be back to the top of the order for the Silver Knights. After Walsh, the top 3 batters in the Silver Knights batting order walked to begin the offense in the bottom of the first. High to center, left center, but it's playable for Johnson, tagging up at second.
Oh, I'm surprised he's trying it.
And he's going to be safe.
He would have been out, John. A good throw would have had him. I am shocked, and I think BJ Neverett is shocked that he took off too.
I like it.
I don't.
I mean, that would have taken a perfect throw.
What I like is the fact the runner at first went to second on the play.
Yeah, that was heads up.
Because I've seen a lot of guys just stand there.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what, a fly ball to right field, sure, I try to advance if it's that deep.
Yeah.
But that was on the left side of the diamond, not a long throw. And a good throw would have had him because he was not there in time.
Oh, it's true. If it was a perfect throw, he was a dead duck.
Perfect throw, he was a dead duck by 2 feet.
Right.
That's twice.
It's hard to be perfect in this game.
That's twice 2 base runners would have been out.
Yep.
Bad throws.
And so back to the top of the order. Noah Lucier walked and scored, and he hasn't seen a strike yet in this game. 4-pitch walk his first time up against Evan Moore, and now he's ahead 2-0. Infield in at the corners. Ground ball third base, just foul. And it's
a little bit more foul than we thought from that angle.
First strike, or actually he's asking if it was a strike, I think. Is Lucier. He said something to the umpire coming back to the plate. It was a jam job. It wasn't really a meatball on 2-0, but he was swinging. I guess grateful for the opportunity to drive in a couple of runs. Let's see what Evan Moore comes up with for the 2-1, and he makes him move his feet again. Noah Lucier ahead in the count 3-1.
Lucier is a contact guy. There's a few times I've seen him swinging some pitches that are on the outer half of the plate, and he's chased some bad balls, but he's more than likely going to put the ball in play.
The 3-1 pitch is, I was going to say low. It is at the knees for strike 2 at 87 miles per.
Pete John, he's not here. I don't know where he is. Tim O'Neill, we need a center field camera too, don't we?
We tried that.
Did you really?
The All-Star game last year.
Wow. There's a
Hard
line
hit at
drive.
the shortstop. He's going to go to third with it. That was a good play by Rinaldi. Run down. They tagged the runner out. A heads-up play by Rinaldi. He didn't try too much, which would have been coming home with it. Silver Knights do get a run. It's a run batted in for Noah Lucier.
Yeah, it's an RBI, but why was he running? I mean, the ball's hit to that side of the infield. You know, you wait till the shortstop throws the ball to first.
I'll tell you what,
he
didn't violate the golden rule, which is if the ball's hit in front of you, because it was a step, it was behind him, but it was hit on one hop. And you're right, the right move would have been to not try to go to third at all. He was kind of caught in no man's land in that he couldn't go back immediately. He might have get hit by the batted ball. He took one step, it went on the second base side of the runner I'm talking about, and just Rinaldi knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. So 2 outs in the inning. Fly ball and a fielder's choice, a rundown between second and third. There goes the runner, and throw to second is decent considering.
Wide. It was wide part of the bag.
He got rid of it quick, but it was to the third base side, and that was enough for the speedy Noah Lucier to swipe the bag, get in scoring position with 2 out.
So now Jones has a chance for, I believe, his 26th RBI.
High to center and deep, and it's going to carry to the track.
It's going to drop.
Jones drives it to the wall, and he's got a 2-out double. It is a 4-0 Silver Knights lead.
That was, as they say, a poke.
It was.
He gave it a ride, but you know what I loved about that, John? An opposite field ride, the left to right center, inside out swing, perfect, and the ball just carried. Dylan Jones is having a great season. Last year he had a hand injury, just wasn't able to really, he hit below 200, wasn't able to do much. Now he's hitting 340 at least, maybe 338 coming in. I think he's now over 340. So, incredible. He is healthy, and he's showing it. He has not stopped hitting since day one. No slumps for Dylan Jones. He has just kept at it the whole way.
So Kyle Sandstrom, the batter, he walked his first time up. Hasn't seen a strike yet either. I think actually he walked on a 3-1 count, I think, so maybe seen one. But he's ahead in the count 2-0 here against Evan Moore. Also with our opportunity for a 2-out RBI for Kyle Sandstrom.
Well, Moore's control problems. They forced him to really come in with some pitches, and the National Silver Knights are taking advantage of it. Jones runs well as a catcher.
That was a generous call.
It was. That looked like it was a foot outside.
It did.
Jones runs well for a catcher. So base hit could score him. With 2 outs, he'll be off and running.
Sandstrom out ahead of that changeup.
Yeah, good changeup by Moore. Change speeds. Got to change speeds in this league.
His best changeup of the game by far. He had Sandstrom way out in front, and it was a strike for about 55 feet. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sandstrom looking for something in the zone, and he's ahead of it again.
Yeah, just had him.
Yep.
You can always tell when a pitcher has your number during the at-bat, you know?
And he did something
because
some pitchers don't do. They don't double up, and he did.
Well, well, what he did was it worked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it keeps working, why change it? I've seen so many pitchers go away from when they've had a hitter on the ropes. Go away from what got them to that point in the first place.
I agree. I've seen
You
that
know,
too.
seen it too, on the major league level. I've seen it too many
Catchers will
times.
just call a different pitch for the sake of variety.
You know,
And it's like, why?
right?
The guy
exactly.
can't hit your 99.
Or a pitcher will shake the catcher off and throw a different pitch.
Yeah,
Who knows? You know?
yeah,
But
that too.
if you're getting a guy chasing pitches out of the zone, low and away, you're gonna change his speeds, keep throwing it. He's not gonna adjust to it.
Yep.
You know that's pretty obvious.
We're talking about catchers. Happy, what is it, 68th birthday. Ed Ott, born July 11 of
Played for
1951.
Toronto.
He did play for Toronto.
Yes, he
And
did.
he played for the We Are Family Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
Pirates,
Pirates, yep.
1979.
Yep, and I think he went to Toronto in the expansion draft. If I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
yeah, one of the first there. Only an 8-year career, but everybody was fascinated by his short name, Ed Ott. 5 letters.
I wasn't.
I
watched
was,
the
I guess
play.
I
I
was.
wasn't fascinated.
Ed Ott.
He was Ed Ott. Big deal.
Well, I mean,
The tiniest things amuse you.
oh man, I
You
just
know?
love it. I mean,
really
you
is.
got to Ed Ott. Ed Ott.
I mean,
Ed
it's
Ott.
incredible. I thought I was, an adult child. You know, you're worse than I am.
He got Ott. Possibilities are endless. Ed Ott.
Now batting from Holy Cross, number 44.
To the top of the 3rd inning we go. Worcester Bravehearts looking up at a 4-run deficit, and they haven't had the bottom of the order up to plate yet.
I bet they would love to get 6 innings out of Cooper Annabelle tonight, given the status of their bullpen. A lot of guys out there who can't pitch.
Ripped to left center and deep.
Yeah, that may
This is going to have a
carry.
chance, and it is a home run. Driven out of here by a guy who has looks like he's got the number 44. Is that the home run
Yep.
number for
doesn't look-
Rinaldi?
Doesn't look like Reggie, though. Not even close, John. Come on.
That swing, though, oh boy, he got
That-
a hold of that one.
Well, what he got was a fastball right down Broadway,
Now batting.
and he jumped on it.
Number 27, Riley.
Annabelle had them fooled the first 2 innings. And, guys talk in the dugout. They say, okay, this is what he's throwing. This is what you should be looking for. And obviously, he looked for the right pitch. And Rinaldi sends it out of the ballpark over the performance rehab sign.
The reason I hesitated, I do not have Mr. Rinaldi on my roster here for Worcester.
No,
I do
he
have
could
his
have been-
name written down,
He
but
could have been an
a
addition.
new addition. He's quite the addition. That was the second pitch he saw, and he
And he
hit
sent
it about
soaring.
390 feet to left center.
So it's a 4-1 game.
4-1.
Annabelle a little shaken by that.
Yep.
Behind the count now, 2-0.
Had that turned around. I watched the Reggie Jackson home run on YouTube today. John Denny of the Indians versus Reggie Jackson. He knocked Reggie down the first time up.
Here's something that a lot of people don't remember or realize, and I'll tell you after this next pitch.
Ground ball back to the pitcher. And this will be out number 1.
Everyone talks about the Bucky Dent home run in the 1978
I know where you're
playoff
going.
game.
Yeah, I know where you're
The
going.
winning run
That was the killer.
was Reggie Jackson's
To dead
solo
center.
homer in the 8th inning that made it a 5-2 game.
Yep, to dead center of Fenway Park.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was the game-winning run.
it was.
Bucky Dent's homer put him ahead,
Yeah,
but
but they needed more than that
they
to
needed
win.
2 more runs, and
Yep.
Reggie Jackson got one of them. He got the last one.
Yep.
A solo shot. And I was careful
Foul
not,
back, look out.
I was careful not to stand when I was at that game and saw that home run.
Because you were writing about it and you wanted to be objective?
No, I
or-
wasn't. 1978, John. I was still a college
Oh, you a
student.
kid?
I'm a
you-
Yankee fan.
Oh, you didn't want to be like,
I didn't want to go, yeah,
and
stand
have people
up. There
throw
were
stuff
some
at
people
you?
doing that.
Yeah.
My career started 3 months later.
Oh, okay. 1978. 0-2 count here on Johnson, the Worcester center fielder, not getting cheated on these cuts. But I do recommend that YouTube video, John Denny of the Indians versus Reggie Jackson. And he knocked him down. Reggie got up later in the game, hit a home run off him, showboated. Denny said something to him, base clearing brawl. Pretty funny. And Reggie, the beautiful follow through that he had when he whipped the bat down as soon as he made contact, you know. He had hit so many home runs, he knew exactly what they felt like, so he just like get rid of the bat. We used to imitate it in wiffle ball all the time. The Reggie Jackson.
The corkscrew into the ground?
Yeah, he corkscrew,
Yeah.
and then as soon as he hit it, he just whipped the bat down into the dirt in the right-handed batter's box. That one missed on 0-2. Good waste pitch there by Cooper Anibal, trying to come up with out number 2 here in the third inning, enjoying a 4-1 lead. Did surrender the home run to the leadoff batter here in the third, Rinaldi. That one was too far inside to keep fair for Johnson. He fouls it off. It remains 1-2. Another guy.
After those downpours today, you had some people show up tonight. You know, it's not a huge crowd, but I mean,
Yeah.
you have 3 times this. It was a beautiful night, given the dollar beverage night.
Good block of a ball in the dirt. Good practice with nobody on base for Jake Arend. If you're following the majors closely like I do, you might have seen the replay of the collision at home plate between Marisnik and LaCroix. And they just came out today with a 2-game suspension from Marisnik on that. Fouled off to the right, not a play. Did you happen to see it? No?
A little bit of it, like the tail end of the collision
Yeah.
on tape when I saw
Oh,
it.
he was unconscious?
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
Well, he was close to unconscious. Maybe he was never totally unconscious, but
But I'll tell you another
concussed,
play.
though.
I'll tell you another play at home plate that was very interesting this week.
fouled again.
And I'm going to tease my Saturday column
Okay.
because Brett Anderson, it involved Anderson in a Legion game against Portsmouth this week. The catcher straddled, Jacob Grant for Portsmouth, straddled the plate without the ball. And then when he got the ball, was still in Anderson's way. And Anderson went around him. He bumped into him and then went around him. He bumped into his back and went around him as a strike, swing and miss for strike 3, 2 outs. And Anderson came back and touched the plate, was called safe.
Because of blocking the plate?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep.
Good
Because
call, sounds like.
Because they adopted the Major League rule.
Yeah.
Right. But I'll tell you, there's another factor of that
Okay.
that you can read about on Saturday.
All right. Is it a factor in favor of the call or against it?
I'm not telling you. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fascinating subject these days because it's a change and
There was a lot of discussion.
there's a lot of gray area.
Right, and there was a lot of gray being talked about.
And the interesting thing for me about Marisnik's slide, he did the exact same play earlier in his career against Texas, and he did the airplane slide to the outside of the plate, and he was safe, and he did it so successfully. You wonder why he didn't go back to it, but you can look that up too.
He says he didn't intend to hurt him.
You know, he said that. Yeah,
Yeah.
He went for a football juke to the inside.
Yeah,
He s-
and you know, those are bang bang plays.
Yeah.
Where you got to decide quickly what you want to do, and what you may want to do, the catcher may react to it differently.
Oh yeah.
Ricciardi's down 1-2 in the count here, with 2 outs and nobody on.
Another pop up.
Yep.
Second time he's popped to the left side. This time it's going to be Phoenix that makes the play. Phoenix Hernandez gloves it for out number 3. So leadoff home run gets Worcester on the scoreboard, but then Cooper Anibal retires the next 3. 4-1. The Nashua Silver Knights lead as they come to bat in the bottom of the third inning. Tom also has another interesting column coming up on Sunday that has to do with the pronunciation of
Jared Dupree.
Jared Dupree, who spells his name D-U-P-E-R-E.
He's an interesting kid.
Join the Y and let your dreams start here.
who's developed a power stroke. That's what's interesting about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You don't see many players have that in this league.
Another interesting. Do you see a pattern here that I'm reading your articles and I'm trying
Finally.
to kind of turn over a new leaf here
Finally.
and get back into it. Finally.
Yeah, the only problem is you read the one about the netting and didn't know it was in May.
I swear they just republished it. I thought the date on it was like 3 days ago. I didn't know about the finances of it or anything.
Yeah, you did. You just quoted it to me.
No, I'm saying the fact that I saw the netting, but then I wouldn't have known it seemed to say July 12 on the article, something like that.
No, it was May 12th. Probably
May 12th.
probably
Oh, May 12th. So, National High School Coaches Association announced their academic All-Americas for the 2018-2019 school year, a total of 145 nationwide, and Tom informs us that lead state was Georgia with 14. Massachusetts had 13 academic All-Americans.
This was a while ago. Yeah, I wrote that a
Another
while ago.
one?
Yeah, that's a while. That was in June.
All right.
June, but
July,
and
then Nashua none. How does
New
Georgia?
Hampshire none.
New Hampshire. I'm sorry, Nashua.
One kid.
New Hampshire none.
One kid who lives in New Hampshire but goes to Lawrence Central Catholic. Lives out towards Plastown area.
Okay.
Yep.
But he goes to a mass school.
Goes to a mass school. No New Hampshire schools.
My question: how does Georgia get 14 and New Hampshire none? I mean, there's that many Einsteins
Check was
in
in the
Georgia.
mail.
yeah, I guess so. I mean,
knows?
there's a lot of smart kids in New Hampshire. You just watch the Granite State Challenge and you know that.
Right.
And a lot of them play sports. So, anyway, that was a surprise. Bottom of the third inning, Silver Knights enjoying a 4-1 lead at the moment. And Phoenix Hernandez, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, getting his second look at Evan Moore. That was a curveball over the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-1 on Phoenix from the Southern New Hampshire University. And he fouls that one. It was looked like another curveball, front door bound, and couldn't keep it fair. So after very much struggling to gain control in the first inning, Evan Moore now painting corners with curveballs here in the third inning. That one just missed inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hernandez.
You got some late arrivals coming in.
Yeah.
Seeing that it wasn't going to rain. I think there's a window till around 11 o'clock. Then we're going to have rain overnight. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
And Phoenix upset with himself that he chased that 2-2.
Well, look on the bright
curveball.
side for Phoenix. He doesn't have to run to first base.
No, that's true.
Test that hamstring.
Yep.
Because that was painful watching him do that in the first inning.
Dupree is
Dupree.
up there, and he struck out his first time up.
Yep. Which is the one thing you want the power hitter to cut down.
Evan Moore rocks and throws high and away for ball 1. 88 is where he has topped off on the gun tonight, the radar gun here at Holman Stadium on a thirsty Thursday. First of a 5-game homestand, rare 5 games at home, including a doubleheader for the Silver Knights.
Doubleheader on Sunday afternoon. I believe it starts at 3.
And the weather forecast looks good for the weekend.
For the weekend, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sun.
Yeah, I think the only rain we're going to get is tomorrow night, right? Or not tomorrow night, I'm sorry.
Later
overnight tonight
yeah.
into the morning and then clear out for the weekend.
Right. Swung on and missed.
All right, you changed the pace, and I bet right now that Moore will stick with that slow pitch.
Yeah.
Let's see if Dupree can time it this time.
He might even throw it a few inches more outside. And he
Yeah,
rips
did.
it to right for a base hit.
He went right back to it, but he hung it a little bit.
He did.
And it was inside over the plate.
It was.
And Dupree, to his credit, was able to time it and hit it.
Yeah, he definitely got too much of the plate from the pitcher's perspective right there.
But I think the change, the speed change, Dupree was able to make the adjustment.
Mike Larocca would like to make an adjustment too after striking out in his first at-bat. A couple of left-handed batters here trying to do some one-out damage against Evan Moore.
Mike Larocca's sport growing up, John? Want to know what it is?
Let me take a guess. I would say basketball.
That's what I thought too. Hockey.
Really?
In Florida.
In Florida. You know, I recently heard about a kid in California that was.
Oh,
they picked him, and he's out.
Yep, they got him. They got him leaning, and he's standing there thinking, was I really out?
Now, that
and
makes
there's no
me
replay,
think,
Jared.
Yeah, there is no replay, unfortunately, for him or for us.
He got caught leaning.
That makes me think that he might have some sort of a block move. I mean, he picked him so cleanly. And where the umpire is situated, there's no way he's going to see if he wiggled his front knee at all.
Yeah, we'd have to slow it down to really see that.
Because I played with a guy who picked off so many runners with the umpire, the two-umpire system with the base umpire behind him. So you can't see from the side if he wiggles that front knee at all. That one served out into left field, and Sessa is going to make the play for out number 3 here in the third. 3 up, 3 down for the pickoff. 3 up, 3 down for the Silver Knights as we move to the top of the fourth. Nashua with a 4-1 lead.
Well, you might say that was in turn justice, because the Silver Knights really haven't done a great job running the bases tonight, in my mind. They've made 2 big mistakes. Well, 1 big mistake. The pickoff, which we just saw, but the other mistake,
2 big breaks.
Yeah, they got the break at third, and with the hamstring that Phoenix can't run at first very well, got the break there with the errant throw.
Yeah. 2 extra runs, and they lead it 4-1. Not a lot of hits in the game. 3 for Nashua and 1 for the Bravehearts. And the way Cooper Annibal's pitching, we might have to look back in our scorebook and see, that was a home run. It was a legitimate no-hit breaking home run.
That ball was gone.
Yeah. Rinaldi, the number 7 hitter, driving it out of here to left center. The highlight offensively for the Bravehearts. Looking to add to their total here of 1 run so far in the 4th inning. Annabelle looking pretty comfortable to this point. Just threw a slider with a tremendous break on it. And it was just a tight curve, same pitch.
Got some humidity tonight, John.
Yeah,
it's
I feel
not
it.
It's not that, warm. I mean, we don't have the heat that we've had the last couple of days with all that rain and bringing the temperature down. And I'm telling you, in 2 months we'll be doing games at Stello Stadium, okay, for football.
2 months.
I heard Tim O'Neill groan.
Yeah, I heard.
And, and you have never seen Stello Stadium the way I saw it today. I was there to do a story, or to start working on a story. And the place was just, you couldn't use the field.
Ripped to left and sinking fast, and a glove play.
That's
nicely
a great
done.
play.
That was Kyle Sandstrom.
Sandstrom
taking
got a
hit
little
away.
bit of a late jump on that, but the ball hung up for him. He was able to catch up to it. But you have never seen that stadium the way I saw it today. I mean, it was flooded. It was soaked, saturated. The sideline was a river.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable because we had a lot of rain in a short amount of time. Twice, not once, but twice.
Wow. So Jacob Sessa flying out to center his first time up. John Thrasher was upset he didn't get a hit on that ropey hit to the opposite field there.
Just under 2 months.
Oh, he pulled it.
Just under 2 months. You got a little bit of time.
Under.
Still got a little bit
went
of time.
under.
Today's the 11th, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be, like the 6th. It's the first game.
Yeah.
So just under 2.
Very high in the infield.
Another pop-up.
And
he is
Phoenix
catching
Hernandez.
them off balance. Now that's a nice play
He's
by
moving pretty
Hernandez.
good.
That's a nice play by Hernandez.
Yeah,
you know why? Because he took charge at third base,
Yeah.
came right in. That's his ball all the way. You don't want the catcher making it. He's at an odd angle.
Yeah.
And then you don't want your pitcher making that play. So the third baseman's got to take charge, comes in, does a nice job of that, and makes the catch.
Mac Chelly, first baseman for the Bravehearts. He takes a mighty hack, does Mac. If you can see him get one in the strike zone, he does not get cheated. Now I would venture to say he's probably a home run threat for the Bravehearts. Looking for a 1-0 pitch. And he grounds it too hard. Overspin hops, and Phoenix Hernandez shows
and a
off
nice
that
play
throwing
by
arm.
Larocca at first base to make that tag.
3 up, 3 down for Worcester in the fourth.
Some good defense in this inning, half inning. You know, I mean, that's the one thing. If you tell me what the most important thing is for a team that I want to have play in front of its home crowd, I would say defense. Because the crowd will be impressed. The game will go smoother.
And your team gets back up to bat quicker.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to see the ball thrown around all the time,
No.
all over the place. It just, just brings the crowd down when that happens.
Yeah, it really does.
So I would say in front of my home fans, I want to see my team flash the leather. I want to see them play really well defensively.
You've seen a lot of baseball here over the years. I've watched it, seen some here, and that throw was a little off there by Hernandez, but I liked his positioning because he had a big power head at the bat. He knew he wasn't going to lay it down, even with 2 outs. So he was back really with his heels on the outfield grass, covered all kinds of territory over there.
Right.
And he made the play with a good, strong throw. The third baseman who I saw just amazed me with his accuracy over a 2 or 3 year period was Chop Pugh for the Nashua Pride.
He was, and he could just scoop a ball in a blink. He was really good.
Really good with the glove
and
the arm.
Really good.
And you know what the crazy thing was? He had one of the best first basemen I've ever seen in DJ Boston.
Yeah, DJ Boston, yep.
And he didn't make DJ do anything but catch the ball at his chest.
DJ could have stretched from first to second.
You could have made any kind of bad throw to DJ. Almost impossible to throw it over his head.
Chop Pugh at first.
But he'd throw it right to his chest every time.
Tony Hernandez at short.
The ex-major leaguer at second, are you going to...
Yeah.
Was it with the K?
Yeah, yes, it was. Casey
Candell.
Casey Candell.
Yeah, it was a C, 2 C's.
Right.
But yeah.
So you had those.
And
that
DJ Boston.
So that was
a professional
infield. That was
infield.
the infield. That was a pro infield.
Yeah.
Milt Kyler in center field.
Oh, yeah.
That's
fair.
Team.
Long throw. We're talking about third basemen and throws. That was a cannon shot, but it was way wild. And limping down past the bag. Not looking too comfortable right there. Achilles with the second hit of the game for him.
Don't want Achilles to tear his
Achilles. I'm sure he doesn't want that ever.
No.
And
got to be the worst injury in sports, don't you think?
Oh yeah. That's what what's his name has right now, Kevin Durant.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the Knicks didn't want him. Your team.
Well, I don't know if they didn't want him. I don't think that was the case. I think they would have signed him. I think that he and Kyrie Irving had just made the arrangement to go to New Jersey. They wanted it, or not New Jersey, Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the deal. They had talked about it for months ahead of time. There's a lot of things that go on in these free agents. It's a players' league, John. It really is. The players dictate where they want to go. They don't have an agent telling them, hey, look, I got this deal for you. They make the deal in terms of where they want to go, and they tell the agent, this is where we're going. Get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And the general managers are just there to say, okay, you know.
Yep.
Don't want another runner picked off as Achilles dives back. Now remember, he went for that extra bet. He went for that tag-out play. So he's got some speed. He thinks he can. He's got some confidence in his base running. It's got to be tough to get footing on this infield tonight, though, don't you think? It's got to be. I walked out there on the track that goes along the side of the field to do a pregame interview, and it was muddy.
Yeah, I'd have to feel it. I guess if you're saying it isn't muddy at all, yeah, you answer your question. It would be
the track
tough,
was, and it looks it.
Yeah.
Now
I know they had a tarp down.
They didn't put any quick dry on the track.
Yeah.
They put quick dry on the infield.
Yeah.
They do a great job here. A fabulous job by everybody who worked on this field.
Right. It really was.
To get it ready.
I was surprised walking here and seeing no puddles anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. Very professional job.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Not to see any puddles along the dugout and everything else.
You've been here for games when the dugouts become just like
an army with brooms.
Submarines.
Trying to sweep them. Yeah, exactly.
That one's well outside.
Moore's looking to get them on the outside. You know the one thing that Moore hasn't done tonight, John? He hasn't come inside. He hasn't challenged anybody inside.
No, I'm not.
Barely.
Not at all.
No.
It's been middle, away, away, away. And that one's away, but he goes with it, and it's a deep drive, but it's going to come down into the glove of Barry Walsh. Excuse me.
Boy, I tell you, I almost thought.
Johnson.
I almost thought that Achilles was going to definitely try to tag him. He faked it.
Yeah,
he
just
had
not
me
deep
convinced.
enough, huh?
Yeah. Because of what he did the last at bat.
I know. You would have thought, you would have condemned him even more for that, because that would have been even more risky.
Oh, yeah,
He's better off trying to steal the base than to do it that way. 1 out in the inning. He's probably kicking himself that he didn't already steal second, because then he would have tried to go on that one to third, and that would have been a close play again, probably. Then he's going to check in on him over there. There's been one pickoff in the game so far by this pitcher, Evan Moore, and he might pull out that move again. Watch that front knee. Until he's got a healthy lead, then he's going to go right to the plate and throws high. Kind of quick pitch that time.
Now C is 1 out, so you've got to pay attention to the runner. But if there were 2 outs, I would say let him do whatever he wants to do. I'm going to focus on the batter.
This might be the A move right here.
He's going to be throwing over there. He is. He's got to be. No?
He definitely legal mechanics there. Pop back into the stand.
That time he came a little bit inside.
Yeah. So now he's got the 1-2. I'd be shocked if he doesn't throw over there at least once. Getting back to get the thing. Thinking maybe Achilles is going to take a shot here. Thinking maybe curveball in the dirt, try to get him a chase.
That's a short
Good
lead.
one.
That's a short lead.
That was nothing for a lead. Very modest.
Yep, and he did not go over there.
That's a half a Joe Morgan lead right there.
He may get a sign from his catcher to tell him, you know?
Yeah. Although, he kind of limped past the base that time. I don't think he's feeling good right now, running-wise. That's a strike on the outside corner at the knees and grimacing.
He tried to get him to bite on the tag play.
Jake Arind made the out, so center. Barry Walsh. Flied out on the sac fly earlier.
Low.
Do you give a sac fly and no at bat for that fly ball to center where the guy tags up and goes to third?
No.
No, you don't.
No, sac flies when you run scores. No.
Run scores only. Yeah. The 3-2 pitch here to Barry Walsh. And he hits it very high.
It's high, but can they catch up to it? Yes, they will.
And the right fielder runs it down.
That's the thing, John. A very high fly ball that if it was a little lower, it was a gapper.
Right. John Thrasher, the right fielder, did a great job of stealing a look at his center fielder, the captain of the outfield, to see if he was going to take it. And as soon as he realized that Johnson wasn't going to get there, Thrasher cruised the rest of the way and made the catch. So nicely done by the Worcester outfielders. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And trying to keep the inning alive. Noah Lucier back at the top of the lineup has scored 2 of the Silver Knights' 4 runs. What a mighty hack that was.
Yeah, he just wanted to score. He wanted to plate 2 more runs and make it 3 runs scored there. Swinging for the fences. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors for Worcester. 4 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for Nashua. But they're taking advantage of the base on balls. There's the throw over there. It's a cloudy night here at Holman Stadium. Nice curveball. Broke at the last second. 0-2 now on the count. It's been beautiful nights the last 3 nights, and tonight overcast, but a little humid, but it is cooler. Right back to the box.
Evan Moore will run it over. That is the out that ends the inning. So no runs for the Silver Knights in that frame. We go to the top of the fifth. 4-1. The home team, Nashua, in the lead here at Holman.
We'll have one more game here before July 31st, which is the makeup game from the game we missed on Saturday night.
Against Brockton?
Is it Brockton or Bristol? Again, it's a B. I know that.
It's Brockton,
It's
yeah.
Brockton.
The Rocks.
Curiously enough, Nashua does not go back to Brockton this season. They have made their last trip down.
Wow.
Boy, that was just a sad thing that Brockton's mayor passed away suddenly.
Yes.
You know, of
Not
probably
that old a guy, right?
Of a heart attack, or I think is what happened.
Yeah.
A stroke or a heart attack.
Very
yeah.
popular figure in
Sitting
Brockton.
in his car, yep. And that very, very popular. They had him lie in state.
Oh, yeah.
City Hall in Brockton, you know, very popular guy. And you know, very instrumental in getting the Rocks, you know, keeping the Rocks there, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Chris English worked with him, and Todd Marlin, the general manager. I'm sure they worked with the mayor's office a lot. The former brain trust here from the National Pride. So, our condolences to people in Brockton, the families and everything else. The Brockton Rocks, good team this year.
Yeah, I'm sure they made mention of the mayor's passing, too.
Oh, yes, they did. They had
Yeah.
a big posting. The three best teams in the league this year appear to be, in my mind, Pittsfield, Bristol, and Brockton. Worcester is getting there.
Yeah.
So North Shore, you know, is getting there as well. But that triumvirate to me looks like the best three.
By the way, Bill Carpenter, the Brockton mayor, was only 62.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's scary because I put
We're
a six,
just about
I
there.
put a 6 in front of it
Yeah.
this summer. So
Wow, you
That's-
did. Oh.
I will.
Wow. So not only are you not sharing with us what day in July, but it's actually the big 6-0.
Yes. Yep.
And there's nothing planned for you? There's no huge deal anywhere?
I'm telling you.
Wow. Because we're not invited, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
It's amazing.
I don't think I've spent my birthday in Nashua in, I don't know, 10 years. It's been a long time.
Wow. So I'd probably have to get a helicopter to find you.
Yeah, you might have
to. Big swing and a miss. 2-1 is the count. Here we are in the Worcester fifth inning.
But I've already celebrated the birthday in a way with arthritis in my right knee after playing golf.
Yeah.
All sorts of things cropping up. Swing and a miss.
And again,
Cooper Annabelle
yeah.
is giving them exactly what they want. Distance in this game as he is taking it into the fifth inning and giving up just a home run. The only hit of the game for Worcester.
Ben McNeil, the batter, has lined out to left hard. Is only his second time up. That's another key to Cooper Annabelle's success so far in this game with the good pitching and the defense behind him. He's only going through the second time through the order here in the middle of the game. No rhythm for the Worcester offense. Rinaldi, the home run hitter, is on deck. And as soon as we sing Cooper Annabelle's praises, falls behind the count 2-0.
It's all right. The long game.
I know.
They'd love to get 6 out of him, I'm sure. Maybe 7 if they could push it, but depending on the pitch count.
That's a tight call.
That is a tight call.
I mean,
that's
looked,
been a strike.
Oh, every game after game.
We don't know the elevation of it because
Yeah.
of our angle, but still, that location looked like it's been.
You've seen
there
enough
before.
games here. You could probably call the game from up here. Strike one, 3-1. Give it a good shot. And the pitch. That was the same spot. It seemed like. Strike two.
As a matter of fact, that was about 8 inches away from that spot.
So McNeil better be swinging this time, and he is, and it's up the middle.
Up the middle for a base hit, just beyond the glove of Anibal.
So Ben McNeil wins the one-out battle. He's on base, and he represents potential second run. They're down 4-1 as Worcester here in the 5th inning with Rinaldi, who saw all of 2 pitches his first time up.
His first 2 times up, didn't he? Did you see more than
Chris Rinaldi?
He swing at the, no, that's right.
Yeah, it was an 0-1 pitch.
0-1 pitch that he hit out.
And he is Chris Rinaldi from Holy Cross. They still call it college, or is it university?
College of Holy Cross.
Yeah. That's a strike. Well placed by Rinaldi. So here's the 0-1 again. Now he got a fastball pretty much middle last time. Let's see. I'm guessing he's not going to throw the same pitch. Throws it first. And back in plenty of time is McNeil.
Down 3 runs with 1 out, he still might send him. Nope.
That one is, ooh.
Well, I'll tell you know what? If you're going to get that call all night, I'm pitching it there all night.
Why go away, right?
Why change it?
I wouldn't even waste one if I'm getting that call.
That is a waste pitch. That is a waste pitch. You know?
Wow, you sound like the Worcester manager right now.
I mean, really, it is. It's on the outer half. It's not even on, if it crosses the plate, it does it by the hair of his chin.
Oh, what about that pitch over the bag? But they can't get to it. It's perfectly placed and going first to third. Alertly is McNeil.
He just got the bat on it, but you could see it was going to be a little closer because of the speed of the pitch. And it was hit slowly, but not slow enough as Lucier dove for it, but just did not have the jump to get there. And I'm surprised he didn't have the jump. With the runner at first base, you'd think he'd be the guy coming over to cover on a steal.
And I heard Eckersley talking about this the other night, but that dirt strip that goes from home plate to the mound played a role in that. Did you notice?
Yes, it did.
You get
someone
grass
asked
there?
me about it. I sent someone a picture of the place, and someone asked me about that dirt strip because they'd never seen. A lot of newer ballparks don't have that.
Right.
The reason that the
Detroit has it.
Yeah, Detroit has it.
I believe Chase Field in Phoenix has it.
Tiger Stadium, yes, I think they do.
There goes the runner, and
away.
it's fouled. And that was an unhittable pitch right there for Livingston.
Yeah,
He's probably better off not swinging at it.
Yeah, but a hit and run was on.
Oh, that's what it was? Yeah, he was supposed to make contact then. The runner was off with the pitch.
I guess the old-fashioned reason that people have come up with for that strip is that the grounds crews like it because it doesn't wear the path out to the mound.
Right.
When the catcher goes out to talk to the pitcher.
That makes sense. Line drive to right, and it is going to be run down out there by Dupree, but a run scores.
Yeah, Dupree got his spike caught. It looked like in the grass a little bit. It looked like he stumbled at the start and made that a little bit more of a tougher catch than it really was.
It's a good thing he didn't go down because that would have been 2 runs.
It sure would have been 2 runs. And it might have been
a man in scoring
position.
It
might have been 3.
Yeah,
Depending on the speed.
Of Livingston, a catcher who you said runs well.
Yeah, might have been 3.
Unfortunately, Dupree stayed on his feet, made a nice play. 2 outs, man at first for
because
Worcester.
Walsh would have had to come all the way over from center field to make that play, to get to that ball.
Yeah.
So we're running for Worcester, and it's cut the lead in half now, 4-2.
Johnson, one of the 2 strikeout victims of Cooper Anibal in this game.
Activity in the Silver Knights bullpen, which signals to me that this may be the last inning for Anibal. Swing and a miss.
Way out ahead of that straight change.
Well, you know why?
Johnson.
Because the pitches have been on the outer half of the plate. They've been called strikes, and he just jumped out for it.
Yep. Knew he was going to swing, but his timing was off because of Anibal's good arm action and control on that. The 0-2 on the way to Trevor Johnson. There goes the runner. It's a ground ball left side. Phoenix Hernandez with the throw and
safe.
Oh, he
got him a shot.
Oh, he sold it. They get the out call.
Oh my goodness!
He sold it.
My goodness, that was a
Trevor
horrible
Johnson. You had the angle. You had the better
call.
angle than the
he
umpire.
was clearly safe.
Oh, wait a minute. The home plate umpire overrules.
Yes, he did.
And they make the right call. They do the right thing. They call him back out onto the field. It'll be 1st and 3rd with 2 outs.
I've never seen that before.
You had the same angle the home plate umpire had.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen the entire team leave the field before an appeal was made.
And they didn't even ask for it. Worcester, though we could see.
They must have asked for it. And B.J. Everett's coming out to try to get an explanation as to did he ask for it. If I'm B.J. Everett, I argue the method, not the result.
Right. I think he's trying to get the base umpire to say that he actually saw a tag. And he's putting him back at second?
That's what he's out there for.
Okay.
Right, that's it. That's all they're discussing is whether Rinaldi is at second base, which I think he probably should be. Although maybe, I don't know. Wait a minute, they argued the play. During the argument, he went to third.
No, he was stealing on the play.
Right, he was running on the play.
Yeah, he was stealing the play. He should get third. Yep. He should get third.
All right, we'll give him third. But why the discussion?
That's a tough ruling, though.
Why
even though the guy was going.
Why are we still having a discussion about this with the Worcester side?
Because they're losing the argument. He's going back to second.
Yeah, he is. He's going back.
Yeah.
He's going back to second.
They might be right technically, They might be right, even though it's not fair because the guy was stealing. It might just revert back to one base only because he hadn't yet touched third.
I don't think. I mean, he was at third base, John. I was afraid he was going to try to score on that play.
Yeah, I know.
I thought he was going to try. And Larocca threw home.
Well, see, the umpire said out, so the fielders leave, and it's sort of like a dead ball situation.
In my mind, he should be at third.
Oh, he swings and pops it up. And Lucier's going to have it in shallow left.
An interesting inning.
Very interesting.
Very interesting inning.
And he did that on his own. The guy at first wasn't even going. But it ends the inning on the pop-up. So all that, much ado about nothing in the end. As Worcester does get a run, though, on the sac fly.
Yes, they do. A run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We have halfway home.
E5, okay.
We are halfway home as we are in the middle of the 5th in a 4-2 ball game. It's a good one.
It is a good one.
And as is often the case in this league, the score kind of changes a little bit after you get it beyond the 5th or 6th inning because the bullpens just don't seem to be able to do the job.
Middle relief?
Yep.
When you say middle relief, I think of Javier Lopez, who is, his birthday is today, July 11.
When I say middle relief, I think of Alka-Seltzer.
That's true too. And if you've been as old as us, you saw that commercial for about a decade. I think they retired it. How do you spell relief?
Yeah.
R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Yes, I remember that. But I also remember.
And actually had a Rolaids Relief Award.
I also remember, and you may not remember this. I also remember this poor guy. He's in the bathroom, and it's his wife who cooked a meal, and it obviously didn't agree with him. It wasn't very good. So he's doing the Alka-Seltzer, right? And he downs the Alka-Seltzer, and he walks out of the bathroom. It's the master bedroom. He walks out of the bathroom. The woman is in bed reading recipes, and she goes, "Oh no." She's starting to say it right when he's finishing drinking the Alka-Seltzer. I know what I'll cook you next. And he walks out, And she goes, stuffed oysters. And he turns around and walks right back in from where else. It's obvious. That's fabulous. 1970s commercial.
Wow.
Absolutely fabulous.
You probably can look that one up.
Look it up. Well, maybe they have it. I don't know.
Alka-Seltzer
Stuffed oysters.
and oysters. Probably the only.
Poor guy has to turn around and walk right back.
The keywords, Alka-Seltzer and oysters. Probably
Oh,
find
it just killed him. The thought of it just killed him.
Javi Lopez pitched 14 seasons, 533 innings in, get this, 839 games. So he appeared in 839 games. He's pitched 533 innings, made $28 million in that span of 14 years, and he got 3 World Series rings, including 2007 with the Boston Red Sox and 2012 and 2014 with the San Francisco Giants. Pretty good career for a guy who only got 14 saves in 14 years.
And this we care why?
Because he's a middle reliever, and he might be a candidate for the Hall of Fame. He's got an ERA in the 3s.
No.
Yeah, you'll say no immediately, right? Because he doesn't have the glamour. He doesn't have the glamour numbers.
No way.
No way. Exactly. But if you're his agent, you say, hey, middle relief has not represented in Cooperstown.
No, I can't think of one. As Dylan Jones strikes out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kyle Sandstrom will step in. 4-2. Here on a humid but somewhat cool Thursday
Yeah,
night.
it's getting a little cooler, but I don't think it's going to go much lower.
I almost didn't wear the shorts, John Collins. That would have been something. I don't even know jeans exist once July 1st.
Yeah, all right. That's out of the question in July. Kyle Sandstrom struck out and walked in 2 plate appearances so far. Batting with 1 out and nobody aboard here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, Evan Moore's given him 6 or 5 good 5 innings.
He's
That's
back
for
out
sure.
there.
We didn't think he'd last out of the 1st after he walked the bases loaded to start the game. Pitches up and away, and it's 3-0.
Sandstrom in the driver's seat. On the edge of possibly getting his 2nd walk of the game. Instead, he takes one right down the middle.
Yeah, taken all the way on 3-0.
He'll be followed by Phoenix Hernandez and Jared
Told
Dupree.
you about Kyle Sandstrom. He is. Oh, there's a good shot down the gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Sandstrom's going to go around to second base. He's not going to try for third. I don't think he'll stop at second with a double.
Well struck.
But the travels of Kyle Sandstrom, who is from Washington, the state.
Yep.
And he has been all over the map. He's played college summer ball in Washington. He's played it, and that league that he's in has gone into Canada.
Wow.
He has played at Sacramento State college ball, transferred all the way to the East Coast, and decided he wanted to play summer ball on the East Coast. He's seen the country through college baseball.
Yeah, good
basically.
for him. And he hits that one into the opposite gap to get aboard at second base to lead off. Actually, 1 out here in the 5th inning.
Phoenix Hernandez is up.
Each done a fielder's choice and struck out in 2 plate appearances.
But he doesn't look like a cleanup hitter, does he? The build?
No.
Long, lean.
Yeah. That's in the dirt. Although, you can.
Well, one of the reasons he's the cleanup hitter tonight is Joe Bramante isn't here. He's the, he'll play first or third for this team. Bramante is at a wedding.
Oh.
In Punta Cana.
Wow.
Pitch is way up high.
College teammate or somebody? Maybe a family member. Who knows?
Who knows? I didn't ask. All I know is, John, I wasn't invited. Can you imagine that? I should be invited to every wedding.
How are you going to pay for it? Because they're not going to fly you out there.
That's true.
Yeah. Drop everything and go. Wish you could. Ground ball sharply
Nice
struck.
scoop.
McNeil, plenty of time, made it look easy, not an easy play.
Made it look easy, and Sandstrom did the right thing by staying at second base.
Yeah, 2 outs in the 5th.
Now batting from Northeastern, number 18,
Jared Dupree, 1 for 2.
Played his high school baseball at a prep school, Governor's Academy.
Huh.
Also was a quarterback of his football team.
Big swing and a miss. Dupree singled and was picked off his last time up.
Started the year out okay, and then he started 29. He played in 29 games for Northeastern as a freshman this year, and started 22. But his batting average, he just couldn't. He just didn't make the adjustment right away, and that's why he's here and doing a pretty good job of it so far. He's hitting in the 260s a week ago, and got his average all the way up to 283.
Pitch.
Yeah, I think the book is starting to get around on him in the league. Is don't throw him a fastball.
He's just fastball hunting.
Yep, don't throw him a fastball. He talked to me about that. And he's got to wait for his pitch and recognize when the curve is coming.
The 0-2 is on the way to Dupree, and it's low and away. Good block by Livingston.
To the right-handers, that would have been a strike.
Maybe.
The way the calls have been made tonight. 4-2. Nashua in the lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
Riley Livingston, the catcher's another guy from Holy Cross. And he's commuting
don't forget, this
quite
is
a bit. The catcher's from Redondo Beach, California.
Yeah, don't forget, Holy Cross is they're the landlord for for the
Bravehearts?
For the Bravehearts. They play their games at Holy Cross at Fitton Field.
Of course, right?
Hanover Insurance Park. Fitton Field. Ooh, got him in the shoulder.
Yeah, 87 on the gun. Had really no chance to get out of the way.
No, you know what? He had to turn his head pretty quickly there.
Yeah, he took it off of the, I think the back shoulder, what do you call that? This bone right here.
Yep. Shoulder blade.
Shoulder blade, thank you.
That happens to me, John, at my age. Taking the rest of the summer off. I think.
I'll tell you a quick story about my league. All right, get hit by a pitch a lot.
Yeah, because they throw at you.
Oh,
because you get into brawls all the time. That's why.
You know, I don't know. There must be something said with that. But so I arrived at the field. My teammate Gary Valor said, "Hey, John, I haven't seen you get hit by a pitch in forever. You got hit by a pitch yet this year?" 4 plate appearances, 4 hit by pitches. Same game.
That is a
I can show you the spot
jinx.
score. I had 4.
That is the classic.
Oh, it was. I said to him, as soon as I got
jinx.
hit the first time, I said, "Thanks, Gary." And then it just kept happening and happening. And the guy didn't hit anybody else. My last time up was a relief pitcher who doesn't, and they said, my teammate said, hey, at least this guy won't hit you. He doesn't hit anybody. First pitch, I was running out of the box. It was similar to that. Hit me right here.
You know, if I was pitching, I'd be throwing at you. You know that.
I couldn't believe
I'd
it.
be head hunting. I'd make you hit the dirt just to watch it happen.
It was funny though. The only time I getting hit by a game 3 times, many times.
Yeah.
The only other time I got hit by a pitch 4 times was that game in Puerto Rico where I got in the brawl.
You got in the brawl.
Exactly.
How come you're not in a Puerto Rican jail somewhere?
Oh,
really,
very fortunate.
That should have happened. That really should have happened.
At least I'd be out by now. That was 2010, I think.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, right. Never come out alive. Ground ball right side, and that is going to end the inning.
So the Silver Knights leave 2. We've played 5. It's 4-2 in favor of Nashua as they look for their 17th win of the season. The Futures Collegiate League All-Star Game is next week. They have divided the teams. There are some players from the same team that are on different all-star teams in this game. In other words,
don't like that.
I know. So in other words, you'll be playing against your
Sure.
Futures League teammate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in this league, I can see it because you've got kids from the same college that are playing against each other.
Okay.
You know, in the
Yeah,
league,
yeah.
so they're used to it.
I see.
The Pittsfield Electrics, which was, if I'm not mistaken, an Eastern League team back in the 1920s. I think I covered a couple of their games. And
Electrics.
and the Pittsfield Hillies,
Hillies.
which was an Eastern Association team in 1908, I believe. And I know I covered a couple of their games.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So that is what the team, that's what
They
the
got me to
All-Star,
name them?
that's how they name the All-Star teams.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
They don't have special uniforms, though. They can just go wear their own uniforms.
I don't know what they're going to
Oh.
wear. I have no idea.
Huh.
They wore special
Well, they could give them
uniforms.
T-shirts.
They wore
Yeah.
Dodger uniforms here last year,
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
for the All-Star game here.
So what do we know about Kyle Skidmore, relief pitcher for the
Kyle
Silver
Skidmore just joined this team today.
Wow.
And B.J. Everett said he was going to be, he has pitched here before. He pitched here, I believe, either last year or the year before.
He's from Franklin, Massachusetts.
Yeah, they are thin in pitching.
6'2", 185. Kind of a Javier Lopez lookalike.
Yep.
They were also talking about him because of that rule change in the major leagues. How, those one-pitch guy, one-batter guys used to make a living, come in, pitch one.
Well, they haven't made that rule
They haven't
change yet,
made it
John
official?
Collins. They haven't
Yeah.
made it official. Next year they're going to
Some talk they might not.
I don't like that. I don't like that rule change. Start, limiting what your pitchers can do and things like that. Take it away. If I'm a players association, I fight it because you're taking away the lefties.
Jobs.
You're taking away jobs, the lefty
Yeah.
specialist.
Yeah. That one's up and away. Ball one.
So that's the All-Star format. There'll be a home run derby at 6:20.
I was going to ask you about that. Oh, before the game.
Yeah, before the game. Oh, yeah. They
Yeah.
don't do it after. They did it before the game here last year, too.
Jam job to the second baseman. Achilles makes the play.
Boy, he can motor down that line.
Yeah,
that was
made
close.
it close. Good.
Boy, can you smell that grill from down in right field? Oh, that's driving me crazy. Oh. John Creedon Sr. Mr. C Sr. was out there grilling. It looked like huge sausages, hot dogs, whatever, before the game. It was driving me nuts when I was down there interviewing Bedford's Pat Harrington, who's an all-star. That's
Hard
a
hit
rope.
to right, but
Yeah,
positioned
well,
perfectly was
yeah.
Dupree.
Dupree only had to move about 3 steps.
2 up, 2 down for Worcester here in the top of the 6th.
So I'm starving right now. You know what I grilled last night?
Yeah?
I hadn't done it. I've done it only once before. Tuna.
Ooh, nice.
You've got to be very precise when you grill it because you can really dry it out.
How did it come out?
Came out okay. I think I could have shaved about 30 seconds on each side.
Yeah.
That would have made it a little softer in the middle, but it came out okay.
Good, healthy grill food. First pitch from Skidmore misses up and away to Mac Chelly, who's grounded out in the infield a couple of times.
See, I missed Mr. C Jr. being here. He hasn't been around. I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Because if he was here, we'd have tons of food in front of us.
All right, keep an eye on this 2-0
Senior doesn't
pitch.
like to give the food.
Tom's hungry. He's putting his order in right now.
Yeah.
For one of those sausages. Ooh, that's a generous strike. Too.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. The outside pitch is a strike to the right-handers tonight, so you better be looking at it.
Call. We saw one call where he didn't give it, and then it's been nothing but strikes since. And there's where the catcher sets up, and that one got more of the middle of the plate. Chelly just could not straighten it out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 6th inning. And a 2-run deficit for the Worcester Bravehearts, who came into the game with a winning record of 18-16. Silver Knights at 15-19. Trying to go on a home cooking roll here if they can. Just got a whiff of that grill right in the middle of that.
I'm telling you.
You're
I've been
right.
smelling it for the last 20 minutes.
Wow. Isn't there a few restaurants or eating places that do that on purpose? Like they waft it out into the.
Oh, you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
I would do that, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? So, if you're in an area where there's it's like other shops or stores are nearby.
Yeah, I think I'd buy a machine that did that even before I started cooking, so I could just.
See, I
get a head start.
smother all my cooking so no one comes over because I don't want to share with anyone.
Yeah, like in a dome or something.
I don't want the smell to
Yeah.
get to the other yards because then people
People
start
just climbing the fences like in one of those
people
zombie
just-
movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They'll just come over. Cats and dogs too. The whole bit. No. We don't share. Sharing is not caring. in my opinion.
There's not going to be anything left. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
strike
got him.
three.
Yep, there
call.
it is.
And you know what?
Inside part of the plate, and I agree with it. I thought it was a strike.
It took a big bite out of that inside corner.
It did.
And he
Good
throws
call.
Shelley, and he tried to sell it, and he didn't. No sale. Strike three called. One of the few caught lookings in this game. We go to the bottom of the sixth. The Silver Knights looking for more runs.
And here comes, for those of you watching for the first time, here comes Love Is Gone as the team performs its ritual. They do it. They've done it every year now in the sixth inning since the franchise came about in 2011.
Wow, it's been that long. 2011.
Yeah, 2011. And I don't know the origins. I've been covering the team the whole time, and I just never really delved into the origins of it.
It's one school, one college baseball team that got the credit for it.
Yes. And they copied it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it makes the rounds because kids know about it at other colleges. They want to play here sometimes.
Yeah.
It may be a tipping point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then they don't make the final decision on whether they come here or not. The college coach does.
Ah.
But they may say, hey, coach, I'd love to go to Nashua if I could. So. So the book is closed on Moore. Allowed 4 runs on 4 hits. I believe you walked 5. Looked like he was going to walk 15 the way the game started.
Right. Chris Keenan from Massapequa Parl. Is that a misprint? Isn't it Park? From New York State. He plays for NYIT. It says Massapequa P-A-R-L in the roster.
Massapequa, that's in New York State, I believe.
Yeah.
Long Island area?
I think that's supposed to be Park, but it says P-A-R-L in the.
No, that wouldn't be Park.
No?
Oh, hometown?
Yeah, hometown.
Yep.
Yeah, Massapequa.
I don't think it would be Park.
I think that's a lake too, isn't it? Massapequa is a lake.
I'm not sure.
Used to be probably an Indian tribe. And he's a right-handed pitcher. Throwing about mid-80s on the radar gun as he warms up here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now batting from New England College, number 5,
Luis Attiles gets leadoff duty here in the. It's been on twice, once by an error and once by a ringing double to lead off the 2nd inning. Getting his first look tonight.
And
Chris Keenan.
Scored a run because he gambled.
Yeah.
Going from second to third.
Pays off. Got himself to third base.
Yep. Looked like he was going
Head
to
of
be a
the,
dead duck, but the ball sailed over the third baseman's head for an error.
And the 0-1 pitch is fouled down the right. That was 90 miles an hour, the fastest pitch we have seen tonight. Until he's got a piece of it, asking the umpire if that was a strike. I'm pretty sure it was. And now it's 0-2. To Tilly's credit, he was ready for the gas after the first pitch curveball. Let's see what Keenan comes up with here. And that's foul straight back.
Well, Keenan's throwing a lot harder than what we've seen from Moore, that's for sure.
Yep. Foul straight back. As that was, he wasn't wasting one there. That was about thigh high over the outer corner. And still 0-2 here on Attiles. A hook gets a piece of it. Big difference between 90 and 75.
I don't think 4 runs is going to do it tonight.
I have a feeling you're right.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that the Silver Knights need to tack on some runs here.
Good take.
Leading 4-2, they were up 4-0.
1-2 on Luis Attiles. In the Roxbury section of Boston in New England College, and he's working the count 2-2.
A few Nashua North football players are going to head up to New England College. Austin Ouellette's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Montmany, the all-purpose back,
Uh-huh.
going to play their football there, I believe, I think.
The 2-2 pitch is
Or
low.
or is it the University of New England? I'm not sure. I did the story about 3 weeks ago. They played the Chad game, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's worked the count in his favor.
Yeah.
Tilly's is a very active hitter. He's always, moving around in the box and trying to.
He's up for the battle that he's
Yeah.
having right here with Chris
See him,
Keenan.
watch him bounce around a little bit. Move the bat.
Ground ball
That's
toward the
gonna go
hole and
through.
into left field. A great at bat for Luis
Yeah, that
Attiles.
was a really good at bat because he looked a little bit overmatched early in it, and comes right back and gets a base hit and a leadoff single. Now you can do a few things. If I'm the Silver Knights, I might try to hit and run.
Now batting from Bates College, number 4, Chad Harris.
Try to stay out of the double play if I can and get Attiles on the move. And we'll see what BJ Everett wants to do. He's got number 9 hitter Brandon Walsh on deck.
Chris Keenan from the stretch now with the runner on base. And bunting and just getting out of the way of it. And alertly, Attiles goes to second on what will have to be a pass ball.
Boy, I'll tell you what, John. I thought for sure that was a foul ball. I really did. I heard it. You heard it hit the bat.
It was just glove.
You think that was just glove?
Yeah. It was the top of his glove, which is
Maybe.
where you got the hard strings.
Yeah.
That's where I can see why you thought it was the bat. There was no argument from either the catcher or the umpire. Certainly didn't.
I thought for sure that fouled off his bat. He's going to try it again.
Ooh.
And up and in.
That's scary.
It is, boy, I'll tell you.
Up and in. And
Now, bunting over to try to get the run in the third. I don't know about that.
Take it off. Well, actually, some people might think that the reason that he's so wild is because he's squaring.
I think it is.
They should just take the out. Worcester should. He might even pop it up.
I don't think he should be bunting.
I agree. Ball down and in, 3-0. He really should take the bunt off now.
Well, you
Maybe
know what?
bluff it. Bluff it.
Bluff it because it's distracting the heck out of the pitcher.
I know pitchers hate that. It's little league, but if it's working.
Hey, look, all bets are off when you're playing this game. You got to do what you got to do to get on base. Or
That's
move runners
right.
around.
Bunt to break up a no-hitter. That's a vote for it right there from Tom King.
Hey.
So nothing, especially it's a 1-0 game.
The object is to get on base, right?
Exactly. As exactly what Jake Aren did right there.
The object is to get on base. You do it any way you can. First and second now, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now,
And now Barry Walsh will step in.
Now, you got your 9-hitter up there. You had your 8-hitter trying to bunt the runner from second to third. What are the odds that he's not bunting right here?
I think they're pretty high. I don't think the way Walsh has swung the bat, I don't think he's going to be bunting.
Really?
Yep. See if I'm right.
He's bunting.
Oh, you're right. He is.
It's only because the PJ wants to be consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he should bunt, though, Tom.
But
I
now-
agree with you. You let him hit away.
Now there's going to be a little confidence about this.
And Walsh is going to.
Well, I think they want to be on the same page. As okay, what's going to happen here? Who's going to come in and field? Where's he trying to lay that bunt down from what we could see? This is what we want done. This is where we want you to throw the ball.
Here's what I'm doing if I'm BJ Neverett. I'm walking over to Barry Walsh. You're telling me he's got a hot bat right now.
Well, I'm telling you that he's made great contact.
Great contact. Here's what I'm telling Barry Walsh. Here's what I want you to do. as he comes to the stretch and he's about to pitch.
Square and then take it off. Right?
And then hit away.
Hit away. Take it off.
Yes. I'm going to give you one pitch to do that. If you like it, hit it. If you don't like it, take it.
The question is, a kid this young, can he coordinate it in time? You got to rush that bat.
I don't know.
You've got to take that bunt off, rush it, get the bat cocked back, and then
you do. But
you got to do it very quickly.
That's my assignment. And you look at the
there.
left side. He could just totally
first.
destroy the with no chance. Pull it back and hit it. Look at that left side. He's got so much to shoot. And the guy's going to be charging in if he squares.
No
just
doubt.
pull the ball, and you just fake it and then pull it. And it's 1-0. He doesn't want to go 2-0.
Pull the ball. It's probably a run.
That was a miss. All right. He's not going to do that play now. But
I mean,
it would be golden. He'd be golden.
A strike has not been thrown.
No, it hasn't.
When the batter has been square in a bunt.
I just think he shouldn't bunt at all. But if you're going to
No, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was going to.
That huge left side is just killing me. If he can pull the ball at all. Oh, that was away though. I don't even know if that was a strike.
I don't think it was a 2-0 pitch.
Might have been high.
That's when I'm starting to think you want to take it off here. Because the thing is if they're running in, you're right. Pull it back and swing.
You just do not see that big of a gap on a pull side for a hitter ever.
And look at Chelly. Look how big Chelly. Look how close Chelly is.
And McNeil is just at third base.
Square it again.
Oh, and he
fouled off.
He fouled that off.
Yep.
That was impossible. It was so far up and away.
And that's why you don't bunt that
and know
ball.
what?
A wild
They're finally gonna take the bunt off. Let's see if they take the gap away on the left side.
Well,
I don't think they're gonna.
Chelly's back.
McNeil is at the base.
McNeil's
Rinaldi's playing him like he's a left-handed batter.
Right.
All he has to do is hit a ground ball on the left side.
McNeil's guarding the line, I think, in a way.
Here's the 2-2.
He's still
bunting with 2 strikes. Oh,
no,
I hate that.
I don't think he is.
Oh,
I think he just squared to try to distract the pitcher.
But if he throws it over, he didn't pull it back in time. He's a dead duck.
I know.
If he throws a strike right there, there's no way he's going to hit.
They have taken the bat out of Barry Walsh's hands, but it's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch. It's intimidating as hell. It's 3-2.
And I bet he squares again.
Oh, no. Not on 3-2. I'll have seen it all if he does.
Swing and a miss.
That might have been high.
I think
don't
it was
know.
a strike. I think it would have been
Think
a
it
strike.
was?
Yeah, I think it was. But see, that's the thing is
that's a waste of a bat.
It was because he hadn't swung
at all.
Through at all, and then all of a sudden he's got to swing.
He got on top of an 87 upper outer corner.
Where earlier he would have been able to time it, foul it off, do a few things. That was a waste of that bat.
Yeah, it was. It's just like, let the kid hit. Let him hit. Now here, loose here. He's going to get turned loose here, so he's not going to be bunting. And he's got a clean slate. Chris Keenan's pitch is high. Pretty consistently high 80s. 1 out, 2 on for the Silver Knights.
You've got speed at second.
Do you notice Lucier hasn't even looked down for the sign at third base?
No, not at all.
He's just like,
he's swinging.
Give me one. Oh, he's out of the way of that. He's had to do that a lot tonight. They have pitched him inside. Nothing on the plate, just getting out of the way of it. 2-0 to Noah Lucier. Scored 2 of the Silver Knights' 4 runs. Has a chance to drive in 1 or 2 here. Chris Keenan to the plate. Swung on and missed.
And you had to swing at that. Why? Because it's been a strike all night. That's why he swung it. But this would be a downer if they put 2 on with nobody out and come away empty. As there's 1 out, and on deck is Dylan Jones. Don't smell the food anymore, John Collins.
I'll tell you what, He probably could steal off him, but oh, he knows it. He was doing the same rhythm every time, and
I don't think BJ ever wants to make it out of
I don't
third
think
base in this
so.
game.
I don't think so. But Keenan probably has been victimized before because he falls into that predictable pattern where he comes to the belt and then a half second later he just throws it after the look. You know, that was a nice fastball in the inside corner.
Battles back to 2-2. 4 runs, 5 hits, an error for Nashua. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. 2 costly errors for Worcester. We are in the bottom of the 6th.
The 2-2 pitch is up and away.
Now, if that was a strike,
Yeah, we'd have problems.
we would have problems.
Yeah,
All right.
it's gone full again. This time to Noah Lucier, and you would expect that Chris Keenan is going to stick with the heater in this situation.
And I'd go with the heater away because Lucier couldn't catch up to it there. Heater on the outer part. They are setting up there. Oh, almost on Achilles at second. As
Good
he
job
was
of
landing.
Keenan on the spin move.
Yeah, and a good job for Achilles to get back just in time.
Yeah.
He caught it just in time.
It's a perfect throw to the second baseman.
But they are setting up on the outer half of the plate.
Yep.
See if they do it again.
Tell you what, the outfielders are fairly shallow.
They are.
The payoff pitch. That's
High
well
ball
out of the
4.
strike zone,
Yep.
up and away. So it's a bases loaded situation for a pretty good hitter, Dylan
And
Jones.
Dylan Jones.
Time
Leads the team in RBIs.
Yep. Might be party time for the Silver Knights and their fans. We'll see. Dylan Jones. He's had a good look in the on-deck circle at Chris Keenan to see what he has to offer.
Walked, flew out, and struck out.
Yep. Dylan Jones?
Yep. Is that
Oh, no,
Jones?
Jones is right here.
Oh, okay.
He struck out last time,
But
but
he had the double. That's right.
double and walked and
Yeah.
scored. Yep.
There's the double. That
And
double.
you were,
That was a booming double.
yeah, just to the right of the straightaway center.
Yeah.
Oh, he
He's
had a
going
good,
that way again. He had that
actually-
same pitch.
That was 85, and he actually cued it off the end. He was ahead of it.
Out in front.
Yeah,
of
I
an
don't know if it was a
85
cut
mile- yeah,
fastball.
of
Maybe it
an
was
80
a cut fastball because he can throw 89.
Like the kind Mark DeShane's threw me
yeah,
in the
yeah.
batting contest.
The legendary, the mythical cutter.
There wasn't a mythical cutter. His pitches were down and away every time.
Wow. There is some video of that someplace. Gets on top of it and hits it deep to center. It's going to be a long run for Johnson, and he can't get there.
And he hesitated. I don't know why. I guess he thought he
Dylan
was gone.
Jones may have cleared the bases.
He will.
And it is a 3-run double. Party time for the Silver Knights. They lead it 7-2.
Dylan Jones gets on top of a fastball, and in center field, for some reason, Johnson hesitated. I think he thought he was going to play it off the wall, and it didn't make the wall.
Johnson playing like it's the dead ball era. They were so shallow. And
Yeah,
Dylan
no
Jones,
doubt about it.
his
Jones-
previous time up,
He roped it all the way to the wall, left and right center. So why was Johnson in so shallow?
he had no prayer on
Not
that.
at all. Dylan Jones with a powerful double over the head of the center fielder.
And
clears him.
I'll give you another one, Tom. After the swing he had, the pitch earlier, he was not going to be late on any fastball.
No, he wasn't.
Destroyed that pitch.
Yeah, I would have gone with a change of speeds there. But here's the thing.
Huge
Why
double.
he had to have thought he was going to play it off the wall because he stopped. He stopped running. Now, he wasn't going to catch it. He wasn't going to catch it. He had no shot at it, but he still stopped running.
And, you know, you saw how bunched up the runners were at the end there. I'm surprised
Sure.
it wasn't some kind of throw home.
Amazing.
That could have been the Carlton Fisk play where he tagged 2 out. But the Silver Knights get them all. A bases clearing double by Dylan Jones. His second double of the game. The offensive star for the Silver Knights. 2 for 3. 5 total bases and a run scored and 3 batted in for Dylan Jones. The foul tipped off the catcher, and that hurt.
Boy, that was he has hit 2 balls to center field. If you could only pull those to left, you'd have 2 homers in this game.
Yeah. But, if you try to pull those, you might have just ground out.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's just it. Dylan
Yeah.
Jones has been right on top of it. And remember, I told you about Dylan Jones earlier in the year. Dylan Jones doesn't want to, he'd like to play baseball if he could after college. He goes to Franklin Pierce. But his career path, he wants to be a pilot. He's got a family of law enforcement. They're all cops.
Yeah.
But he wants to be a pilot, even though he's studying criminal justice.
You could be a pilot in your 30s and 40s,
Exactly, but that's what he wants. No, he wants to be a commercial pilot.
Right. That's a great goal. Vision to have. It's good to know what you want to do. That's the hard part for a lot of young people. Very high to right, but it's playable for John Thrasher, and he makes the catch.
Jones
Tagging
gonna
up.
tag. Yep, good play.
Yep. So he is at third base with 1 out.
But all you have to do if you're sitting in the stands and you lose track of the ball is follow the outfielder.
Barry
If
Walsh
the
struck
outfielder's running like crazy, that ball's hit deep.
Yeah, that's right. Phoenix Hernandez looking for his first hit tonight. He has reached on a fielder's choice. Struck out, grounded out. A 2-out RBI opportunity for Phoenix Hernandez as he looks at a ball, slow curve in the dirt outside, ball 1. Chris Keenan in relief of Evan Moore.
And Keenan's fastball, some have caught up to it, some haven't. The ones that do produce runs. That's what's happened so far.
Big cut on that. It was 85, fouled it off to the right. 1-1 is the count. Might not have been a strike. That was fairly low. Somebody's got a pair of lungs on him.
No doubt about it, huh?
Oh. You know what? I feel like the temperature has actually gone up 5 degrees in the last 20 minutes or so.
That's
just
because
me.
That's because you've been talking. A lot of
hot air on here?
Hot air.
Yeah? I'm supplying it. Swinging through that pitch. And
John, did you know there's netting around home?
Oh, all the way to the end of the dugouts.
Exactly. How about that?
Yeah. So observant of me.
Nice pitch. I liked it.
Strike
That's
3.
a nice pitch.
Yeah.
Almost. John Collins, it almost looked like a knuckleball the way he threw it.
Some extra movement in there?
Yeah, no, just the way his fingertip. You see his grip.
Yeah.
You see his grip.
Right. Hey, it could be a knuckle curve. They put that up on the scoreboard all the time at Fenway. Knuckle curve. It's as if everybody in the rotation has that pitch. I think some pitchers
I threw a
actually
knuckle
do.
curve. Didn't you throw a knuckle curve?
No.
I threw one at wiffle ball.
Yeah, I threw a curve, but I didn't throw the knuckle curve. It's funny. But you know what? I guess if you can go by the grip, even if it's not technically a knuckleball, it's more curveball than knuckleball.
I think they just throw that up there, John.
Without a spin.
I don't think they have a clue.
They just throw it up there, yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
7 runs on 6 hits. And an error for the Silver Knights. 2-3-2 for Worcester. The Worcester Bravehearts made the trip. And guess what, John?
Yes?
They come right back here tomorrow.
Really?
Yes.
They're not leaving then, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, they don't stay overnight because
No,
they're a
it's
minor
Worcester.
league team. They have to
It's
take
40
they have to make the ride.
It's 45 minutes, 50
Oh,
minutes
45
away.
minutes. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Now, if Bristol were here 2 straight nights, that's a different story. I would stay overnight there.
Yeah. It's a night game too. They have 24 hours to get back, right? 20 hours to get back.
Top of the 7th here at historic Holman Stadium. I'm Tom King along with John Collins. Tim O'Neill on camera. Pete Johnson is our executive producer, and he was executive producing here a while ago, and now he's left.
It's thirsty and hungry Thursday for Tom King here at Holman Stadium.
I'm starving. I got new headphones tonight. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, these are nice new headphones.
Well, why'd you get new ones?
Because I'm special.
I guess so.
That's why.
Oh, twisting away from a would-be hit
They're
by
very
pitch.
comfortable. They don't pinch my ears.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Did you put that order in or something?
No.
It just was there for
It was
you?
just
You
there.
walked in? Hey, Tom, I got you some new headphones.
They want to do good
Yeah.
things for me, John.
Wow, you get on top of that, but it's way far. It's what? Oh, see, it's just new padding.
That's all that counts is the padding. What's the difference?
I
It's
guess
padding.
so. Yeah,
They're new.
right.
I remember at ESPN New Hampshire, we used to have to scrounge to find headphones.
You had to bring your own?
No, I didn't have any.
Oh. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Worcester now down by 5 after that big bases clearing double by Dylan Jones in the bottom of the 6th gave the Silver Knights their biggest lead of the game. 7-2 the score as the ball is ripped
Base
into
hit.
right. And
Fall behind the count, come
yeah.
over the fastball, and swing the bat. Make contact, and
right.
you got a chance to make something happen, and that's what Worcester is doing.
So
No activity in the Silver Knights bullpen. He's a fresh pitcher. So I would imagine that they think they can get 2 innings out of him, maybe 3.
It's funny, it says, yeah, Ben McNeil from Commack, New York. C-O-M-M-A-C-K.
Don't know where that is.
Low. McNeil has lined out hard to left and singled and scored the 2nd run of the game. Okay. High. Oh, no, it was a strike. 1-1.
Down 7-2, you doubt that they're going to be trying to run, but you never know. Short lead at first base. Up high and away. 2-1. You got a 5-run lead. Your mission, pitcher, is to throw strikes.
Tom mentioned that the Silver Knights in Worcester will do battle again here tomorrow night, and it is a fireworks Friday night, Tom. Ground ball, left side. Phoenix Hernandez guns it across the diamond in time.
Yes, and one thing about that, John, they sent out an email yesterday promoting the homestand, and they mistakenly said it was going to be the last Friday night fireworks of the season, and it's not, because they have another Friday night game the next week.
Oh, right. Okay, so.
And I double checked with the team, and they said, yeah, you're right.
So the 12th and the 19th
Yes.
are Friday night fireworks.
Yeah, and those are the last 2.
Okay. Those are a fun take. So many people come away from those fireworks saying, it was way more than I expected. That show was really good.
No, they've done a great job here, over the years with that.
Saturday, this 5-game homestand continues with a 6:05 game against North Shore, and that's Marvel Comics night here at Holman Stadium. Wear your superhero costume.
I got mine on there.
You wake up in the morning, it's just
It's
whatever it is. It's
Yep.
super sports writer with the
That's it.
amazing memory
That's it.
for names and dates. And
Memory man.
Yeah, that is you. The king of all memories. The 1-0 pitch, ripped to left. Will it be fair or foul? It's a fair ball, just
It's gonna be a
inside the
run.
line. And it is the 3rd run of the game for Worcester. A broken bat double down the line. It was well struck. He just got so far out in front of it,
He
but
did,
somehow.
and just got it, I would say,
That's our
probably
home run
about,
guy, Tom.
probably about 8 inches, Rinaldi.
Yeah,
Rinaldi having a good night.
he's got a quick bat. He has got some bat speed.
Yep.
He's going to get a new bat. But the one he hit the home run with died a hero because he's got 6 total bases. Actually, he got a single. He is 3 for 3 with a homer and a double.
And 2 RBIs.
Chris Rinaldi, he is no longer going to be batting seventh in the order, I would say, after tonight. I would not think if he's in.
Pitching coach Kyle Jackson comes out to talk.
Tom was saying
to his pitcher.
He's probably a new addition to the Bravehearts because number 44 is not on the roster right now. He's not on the roster.
Unless they change numbers.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking down. Rinaldi.
And now there's some activity in the Nashua bullpen. Jackson's trying to buy time. He also wants to get his reliever through this inning because they don't want to use.
Oh, yeah?
They don't want to get into that bullpen too much. So,
want to mention Sunday, if you have time, Sunday, there's a double header here at Holman Stadium against the Pittsfield Suns, and that's Soup Kitchen Sunday starting at 3 p.m. Silver Knights home for 3 straight days next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. So plenty of chance to come out to Holman.
Yeah, the league did them right by giving them these 2 weekends because they have to give up that last weekend in July to the American Legion State Tournament. It was supposed to be here last year, but the dates that were submitted for it were wrong. So the league scheduled the Silver Knights here when the Legion Tournament was going to be taking place.
Livingston up the silo, and Mike Larocca over there.
Larocca really had to find that, and also to make sure there wasn't a collision at first base.
Yeah, and of course it is the runner's responsibility to stay out of the way of the fielder or be called for interference because the fielder can't take his eye off the ball. Larocca set up like he was going to catch it in foul territory, and then it was very much fair.
Wind.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of a breeze here tonight. It's blowing out.
So Worcester trying to scratch and claw their way back into this game, have 1 run in the inning, but now they'll need some 2-out magic to get a second from Trevor Johnson and or others. Johnson batting in the 9 spot has struck out and reached on an error. He was the guy
to me, this is the biggest at-bat of the game right now because it sets the tone for the entire bullpen. Looking to make a play at second.
Rinaldi with a decent lead out there, but probably not enough to pick him off.
No, but a base hit's going to score.
Yeah,
score a run.
with 2 outs, he'll be off on contact.
Definitely will be. And there is activity in the Nashua bullpen.
That's a foul ball, I suppose.
Yep, swing, fouled away. But they don't want to go into that bullpen too much because they've got 3 or 4 guys that can't pitch right now. They're either on innings limit or they're hurt or whatever, and or they've pitched 2 nights in a row and need the night off. So they're a little bit limited out there. BJ Everett was saying that before the game. Nice pitch, I like it. Off speed, kind of guide it to the outer half of the plate. Now,
well done by Kyle Skidmore.
1 and 2. Do you take a chance on that again? I don't. But I don't know if Skidmore's fastball has gotten by too many people tonight.
The 1-2 on the way. And
that's what I was afraid of. He was going to try to zoom it inside and maybe plunk him.
So it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now Chris Rinaldi is 90 feet away.
Yeah, but no harm, no foul on that, though, because it's 2 outs.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that.
You just don't want to do it again because then Rinaldi's going to be charging home.
Well, see, that's the problem that Skidmore had. Is he was outside with 1, and now he tries to move the plate back and forth, and he overthrew it. He set up outside again, and he comes inside and crosses up Arend.
Arend did a good job of saving a run there.
Yeah, and he's a little shaken up on that.
Yeah, he took it in the sensitive region.
Yes, he did.
Umpire giving him an extra few seconds here to recover with a visit to the mound. It's going to be a 3-2 count. Of course, Skidmore doesn't have to give Johnson anything that great to hit, but he is the 9 hitter in the order.
Yeah, I don't like walking number 9. Do you? I never
No.
liked it. I always thought it was trouble.
Ricciardi's got a trio of pop-ups in the on-deck circle.
That means he's due.
Exactly. Yeah, you would think so. Although it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup when he does get up there.
I still set up on the outer half.
3-2 pitch on the way. And it's a miss.
Yep.
So they do walk him. And Ricciardi gets a chance for redemption here.
And the pace is picked up in the Silver Knights bullpen.
Yeah. This is probably Skidmore's last batter, whatever happens.
Number 1, Mariano.
Oh, Pete Johnson's bragging now.
Is he?
He's bragging.
Is he?
He's executive producing from home.
He is, though.
He's taking a page out of
He
my
is,
book.
though. He's feeding me info. I love it.
I know.
He's a master of all he surveys. Now it's a first and third situation, and Ricciardi first pitch swing, can't get good wood on that breaking ball.
No, and the thing is, you want to throw Ricciardi's off-speed stuff because he's proven tonight he hasn't been able to hit it.
Yeah, he's
off. He's off
bailing
with
and
it.
wailing,
Yep.
as they say.
I wouldn't give him a fastball because he'll jump on it.
But you know what? He's popped up 3 fastballs, I think. I think they were fastballs. 1-1 is the count on Mariano Ricciardi.
Let's see, Pete Johnson, if you're home watching, you can't get the smell from the grill, which is just outstanding. You missed that.
You can't. Outside.
Yeah, see, this is no way to fall behind. You've got this guy 0 for 3, 3 pop-ups. Throw him strikes, throw him off speed, and get out of this inning.
Well, if he doesn't get him, I think he is out of the
No, this
game.
is the last batter he's going to face.
2-1.
Lefty on lefty.
And he makes,
inside, and now the runner goes down to second.
Tell you what, if he left immediately, they don't get him. By the time Aren would pick that ball up,
Yeah, he would have been stolen base
Yeah.
anyway. Now you're down 3-1.
now a base hit here would be huge for the Bravehearts. They would cut the deficit in half.
Yeah, I told you the game changes when you go to the bullpen, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's
it
changed
does.
for Nashua, and it's changed now for Worcester.
Yep.
In this league, that's the way it works.
The Silver Knights defending against Mariano Ricciardi straight away at all positions. Perhaps Barry Walsh has stepped to left center. Fouled off to the left.
Fought it off.
Yeah, he had a pitch to hit there, but it was just kind of jammed him a little bit.
Fought it off.
Yep.
Jardy's a pesky hitter, as they say.
Yeah. He needs a little more front shoulder closure and a little more top hand. That's what he's lacking in these at-bats. Ground ball to the second baseman on 2 high hops.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, and an easy out to end the inning.
And a big pitch and a big result because that saves the bullpen for another inning.
Yeah.
So we have played 6.5 here at Holman. And it's 7-3 in favor of the Nashua Silver Knights. 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch, everybody. Pete Johnson, you're home watching this game. Get up and stretch.
Listen to you. Jack LaLanne now.
Exactly. Let's go, Pete.
It's Thirsty Thursday Jack LaLanne night at Holman Stadium as Tom
Right.
King transforms himself ahead of Marvel night.
If you can executive produce from home, you can do the 7th inning stretch from home. That's what I say.
Nice. Who is your favorite?
And while you're up stretching, can you get me something out of the fridge?
Who is your favorite superhero anyway?
Yes, my favorite. I was going to ask you that too. My favorite superhero. I think it was Spider-Man.
Nice. Yeah. Is
I
the new
like-
Spider-Man movie out?
Well, you know, I haven't gone to see
I
the
haven't
movies.
either,
I
yeah,
haven't done any of the
yeah.
movies. I read the comics. I love Peter Parker, Auntie May.
You're old school,
And
yeah.
I loved the crooked editor.
Oh,
Jameson.
yeah. That was a newspaper setting.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Sure.
Parker wasn't a writer. He was a photographer.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And John,
For me? Yeah.
just so you know, my spidey sense is always taken.
That's good. So, does your Spidey sense have any idea what my favorite superhero is?
Iron Man?
No, I like the Thing, the guy that's all
Oh, yeah, the
boulders.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yep.
Four, yeah.
That's close.
Yeah, it was
Funky,
close.
you know, I think
Nice,
funky,
yeah. Yeah. I think Michael Chiklis, the guy that was the lead in
Yes,
the
he was.
Shield.
He played him.
He played him, yeah.
Yep, he played him. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. The Nashua Silver Knights nursing a 7-3 lead here. Looking for win number 17 on the season against 19 losses. Here comes Jared Dupree.
1 for 3 tonight.
And I'll tell you, they did something wrong with the All-Star choices because Jared Dupree was not on the original list.
Yeah, you had to
So all of a sudden,
be a late ad.
All of a sudden, yeah, they came up with quote-unquote commissioner's pick.
That happens even in the pro level.
It does. Joe Palucci made the announcement yesterday.
I watched the Major League All-Star game. They gave the MVP to the Cleveland Indians pitcher who was one of several pitchers that struck out the side in the game. I still can't believe that third strike that Acuna Jr. took for the third strikeout of the inning. It was a spinner, middle, and he just took it to strike 3.
It's the All-Star game.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about a lot of things. So.
They don't. I know, but
you know, but it's the only
I
All-Star.
mean,
in my mind, it's the only All-Star game worth watching.
Bieber owes him a truck, I think,
because they actually compete in that game.
Yeah.
You know, really, they do.
Yeah, they do.
And
even though they took away the incentive about home field advantage.
I didn't mind that incentive when it existed. I really didn't.
Yeah.
You know, but they took that away.
They talked to Joe Buck talked to Freddie Freeman while he batted against Verlander, and they messed him up.
Yeah, I don't
They said.
I'll tell you what.
You know,
I don't like that. You know why? Risk of injury.
Yes. Distraction.
Risk
Good
of
point.
Injury.
Yeah.
Suppose he had gotten hit with a pitch that he would have ordinarily gotten out of the way of.
Yeah, well, that idiot's talking to him.
Really. I mean, Joe Buck is a great broadcaster.
He is, yeah,
but I don't like that.
No.
I don't like talking to players while they're playing a game. I just don't.
No.
And I've seen that done
Swing and a
before.
miss, strike 3, and they tag him. So first batter strikeout here in the bottom of the 7th for the Silver Knights. I don't like it. I totally agree with you. Kyle Yastrzemski would have taken that earpiece, thrown it on the ground, smashed it with his bat,
stepped on it,
covered it up with a pile of dirt, and then thrown his helmet down on the top of it.
That's for sure. He would have done that.
Kyle Yastrzemski went 4 for 4 in a Major League All-Star game, was named the game's MVP, and his team lost.
And Reggie Jackson would have said, "Hey, can I have a wireless mic?"
Oh, yeah. You just want one inning?
Yeah.
How about all 9? Swing and a miss. Mike Larocca.
See, I don't like interleague play. And I think that would make the All-Star game so much better.
Speaking of which, tomorrow night, Red Sox Dodgers.
I know, and it's a great take. I understand that.
Yep.
I think, okay, great. Do it once during the course of the season. One series.
Pick one team.
Pick one team, one series.
Yeah.
It's overblown.
Way.
There's
money
talks. And I'll tell you how it is right now.
Hard hit to right, and it's going to find the grass. A nice diving try by Thrasher, but churning for 3 is Larocca. He's going to stop at second.
Larocca can run for a big guy. He's pretty good at it.
Up
and
4.
A nice effort in that right field corner. I've seen a couple of good catches in right field this year. But
if you're going to try for 3 in a risky situation, that would be it with one out.
Right
up 4,
field, up 4.
But he's got a double.
Is a very mild mannered. I'm talking to him.
Is he?
Very mild mannered kid.
Very chill, as they say these days.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Luis Attiles has had a really good night for the Silver Knights. He scored 2 runs. He had a great at bat his last time up. He reached on an error as well on a hard hit ball. Double. And looked bad on that one.
Kind of excuse me swing.
Yeah.
There. It's like, I really shouldn't swing, but I guess I will.
That's a situation where he has no idea what the pitcher has. And didn't expect that pitch. 0-1.
BJ and Everett coming over. I think what he's telling him is what this pitcher throws.
Yeah,
and what
I think
to
you're right.
expect. And Everett has a great knowledge of this league.
Silver Knights playing with house money here, up by 4, looking for more in the bottom of the 7th inning with only 1 out. Runner in scoring position is Mike Larocca. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Luis Atiles, and he swings through it.
Swings at a pitch way outside.
Yeah, he's not picking up the release very good.
No, he's not.
Pitcher.
Those swings
as much as he did well the last time.
Those swings are very weak. Waving at it. 0-2 the count now. 1 out, runner at second base. 7-3 Nashua in the lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, he
Again,
swings through
same
that one.
type of swing.
Yeah.
Same type of swing. Going to third is Larocca. There's the aggressiveness you wanted to see, John Collins.
Yeah.
As he takes third with a head-first slide.
So the other at bat Atiles had.
And let me tell you, if Larocca's sliding head first, that's a big slide. 'Cause he's a big
Is
kid.
it? Yeah, yeah. He doesn't.
He's going to stretch out. I think he was shaking up a little bit on that
I think
play.
he was. You know what? I think his face bounced off the ground.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, you were right about how tough it is to get
He's
down.
a good-looking kid. So
What happened? I'll tell you what happened.
He's a good-looking kid, so you
Sure.
want to say,
I want to say
not
the face, right? Not the face. You see how it's a little bit muddier right there?
Yes.
When you slide in that, it catches your jersey and yanks your jersey down towards your belt, and that causes your face to go right in the.
But you know
have
what?
had it happen.
You know what?
I've had it happen.
I don't know if that happened or if he just got a lot of dirt in his face.
Oh, that too.
You know?
The helmet came off because I think the peak of it went right down. But he's young and he'll shake it off in about 2 seconds. So.
To be young again.
Yeah.
I'd shake it off in about 20 years. If I had that long.
There's a strike. So somehow this is the pitcher is Jack Moynihan for Worcester, number 35. He is from Taunton, Massachusetts, goes to Siena College.
Siena, from my old stomping grounds. Loudonville, New York, just outside of Albany.
As well as Atiles did picking up the release point from Keenan, he did not see it well at all from Moynihan. Cue shot foul. Jake Arend has walked a couple of times in this game, has scored a run. Looking for his first hit of the night here in the bottom of the 7th inning, but he's got an 0-2 count. 2 outs, runner at third. Love to get him home for what would be the Silver Knights' 8th run. Ripped foul. Oh, foul. He got right on the top
of it.
Sort of a mistake pitch there with 2 strikes on the batter by Moynihan. I was a kid. We grew up in the 3-decker in Boston. My downstairs neighbors, Agnes and John Jack Moynihan. First 20 years of my life. Ground ball foul off the leg of the first base coach, and that's gotta hurt. Don't tell me. He's acting like that was shin. That was all shin, Tom. Just above the left instep. You know that's hurting right now. That's like there's a not the size of a ping pong ball.
But he will not show it.
No,
I guarantee it.
Yeah, he's not even looking down.
Nope.
Inside his head, he's saying, "Ouch." That was ripped off the bat of Arend. Still 0-2. And again, look out. He went after him again. And now he makes the entire bullpen dance.
This is great.
Jake Arend is being told to hit that way, between the lines, that way. That was only a foot away from the first base coach that time, and was again casual about it. Jeff DuPont?
Jeff DuPont at first base. Dupes.
Goes the other way this
How
time,
about
taking
that,
a
huh?
shot at BJ this time.
Arend is just trying to hit it. If he fouls one back through the booth and hits one of us,
Had he
trifecta.
Had he hit BJ Neverett with that foul ball, you would have told that story for years. The time you saw a batter hit both of his base coaches in the same at bat.
That's true, huh? How about that?
Came so close.
I know it.
In a good way, a non-really long-term injurious way. Up and away.
Curveball that didn't curve.
Was it Zimmer that took a tumble one time in an All-Star game?
I don't remember. That I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he. Oh, it was Lasorda. It was Tommy Lasorda. I just went through my memory files.
Close.
In an All-Star game.
Which old-time roly-poly guy do you want to?
It's worth looking up. It is worth looking up. He took a tumble. Pete will edit it in. Our executive producer from home will edit it in later.
Well, I'll tell you. I watch. From home. Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy Lasorda dodging a foul ball and going backwards head over heels. Ground ball behind the home plate.
Swung at a ball.
Yeah, he did. Protecting, though, with 2 strikes. Jake Aaron with a pesky at bat here against Jack Moynihan. Jack Moynihan used to, when I go downstairs, he'd say, Johnny, ye little rogue, ye. He would call me ye little rogue. He had a really strong Irish accent. I loved it. And they played Irish music from WROL all day.
Pop up.
Left side, very high. Rinaldi has it for out number 3.
Yep. Oh, a wasted double by Larocca.
Yeah.
And that'll do it for the 7th inning. We've played 7 here at Holman, historic Holman Stadium. It's a 7-3 Nashua Silver Knights lead over the Worcester Bravehearts.
Alrighty, so we're going to get to know some of our Silver Knights a little bit better by playing a game of How Well Do You Know Your Teammates? So I'm here with Billy and Alex.
How well do you know your teammates? I like this game.
I know it. I don't know, can the audio pick this up?
Tim says yes.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's see.
Billy, what is Alex's favorite post-game snack?
Post-game snack.
Chicken and waffles. Close.
Have you ever had chicken and waffles?
Yeah.
I have.
Love it.
And I was down in Atlanta for a week.
Oh.
I didn't have it.
You can make it at home.
That's true.
Don't plagiarize. Taking batting practice. Picture handwriting. All right, and the final question. What is Schaefer's favorite catchphrase? All right, you got one right.
I missed that. Did you hear that, Tim? Catchphrase. And did you hear the answer? Home run. That's not a catchphrase. I got news for him.
No, you know why? Because you can't catch it.
That's another angle on it. I didn't think about
Unless
it.
you're in the seats. Unless you're a fan.
What is it? Well, I can't think of a.
What was the question?
What is your favorite catchphrase? That's a tough question because you have to think about it for a while and then conjure up like.
My favorite catchphrase.
Just a bit outside.
Day off or dinner's ready.
I have to
One or
actually.
the other.
I have to actually look up the definition of catchphrase right now because I've heard that a lot of times, but now I can't even tell you exactly what it means. I mean, famous sports phrase is like, how about euchre just a bit outside, but as a catchphrase, Tim says it is. Okay, I'm overthinking it. Something that's said a lot. Yeah.
Now batting, Hartford, number 6, John Drescher.
I guess they can be short. Home run, I guess that's just not, there's no verb in there. It's a noun. One pitch, one hard hit, one hopper to the first baseman, and a nice play made by Larocca.
Larocca's not your typical, big guy at first. He can move.
Yeah.
He's got some agility. I think that's the hockey part of it.
Yeah, that he looked like a.
He looked like he was on skates there, didn't
he looked like a Stanley Cup defenseman blocking a shot right there, just sticking
did.
his leg out. So that was Thrasher thrashing it to the right side, and he's out, 1 out. Another one to the first baseman, and another stop made by Larocca. It's a couple of G3s over there. Ground ball outs to the first baseman, unassisted. G3U is how I put that in my score sheet. 2 up, 2 down on ground balls to first. And it's Mac Chelly who is looking for his first hit tonight, 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a couple of ground outs. All right, so I'm going to look up Spider-Man's catchphrase in honor of Tom King's 60th birthday.
That's what it was.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's right.
It was.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Another pop-up.
Oh, easy inning.
We have seen a lot of pop-ups tonight.
Did we even give credit to the pitcher there? I didn't look up to the name of the reliever, I believe. It was a 1-2-3 inning for the guy who came in relief for the Silver Knights. Nicely done.
That was Jimmy Fahey for Nashua.
Well done by Jimmy Fahey. 2 ground outs and a pop-up. 1-2-3 go the Bravehearts in the 8th. And those were the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the lineup as well.
As we said, this is the first of 5 straight home games in 4 dates for the Silver Knights.
Yep.
And then it's the All-Star break. They're off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Come back to action on Thursday. I believe they're on the road on Thursday. And then they're home for 3 in a row. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the following weekend.
A fastballer into the game for the Bravehearts. Ethan Teixeira from Millbury, Massachusetts. 6'2", 195 pounds, and an electric arm.
This is a team that's very geocentric. I mean, they all their players are from their region.
Yep. Worcester,
Central,
Greater Worcester.
Western, yeah, Central Mass, Greater Worcester area.
Worcester, the birthplace of candlepin bowling.
Yep.
Which is so superior to the big balls.
No,
but
it's not. No, it is not.
I can never convince the
big ball. Big ball is the way to go, John Collins.
Oh, it's like comparing baseball and softball.
No.
The wood.
It's comparing checkers and chess.
Picking up the pins and clearing away the wood. It's like for the handicapped.
Right.
It's like I don't want to deal with the wood, so clean it off for me before I can bowl again. You hear me mocking the big ball bowlers? That's what I'm doing. How many 300 games do you see bowled in candlepins?
There's no drama in candlepins. Candlepins is boring.
What?
It's boring.
You didn't watch Saturday morning candlepins for years like I did.
I grew up in Albany. I watched the regular bowl. I watched
Stacia Zernicke.
Saturday afternoons at 3:30, the Professional Bowlers Tour on ABC with Chris Schenkel. Come on.
You talk about underpaid, under-recognized women athletes. Stacia Zernicke, candlepin bowling.
Sorry. Not going to win this argument.
I already did.
No.
In my mind, there's no way. It's like,
no.
I've done both, and it's like, oh, this is like taking giant balls. It's like playing baseball with a ball that's like the size of
I used to bowl in a league.
A balloon.
I used to bowl every Saturday morning.
It's like, here, I'm going to pitch you this balloon. You can see if you can hit it. I'm going to give you a big giant ball so you can knock down those pins.
There was a strategy. Had to get good lift on the ball, good roll.
Unbelievable. You can like that more than candlepins.
Oh, God, candlepins. I was like, what do I do? Throw the ball down? Throw this thing down there? No way.
The variations in candlepins are so much more than the big ball. I don't know how you get bored, don't get bored doing the big ball bowling. It's like as soon as you get really, really good at it, strike, strike, strike. That's some good heat right there that gets by the Silver Knights leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 8th. This may be Nashua's last time to hit, they hope. Up 7-3. And that was right on the fist at 91 miles an hour. So Barry Walsh, who had to endure bunt try after bunt try his last time up, even squared around with 2 strikes on him at one point before he struck out. He gets to bat with a clean slate here, nobody out. The 1-2, and that's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Walsh. Wow, we disagreed on the bowling.
Oh, it's not even close.
Yeah,
not even close.
I mean,
not
yeah.
even close. My college roommate turned my name in for candlepins. For
strike
cash.
3 called in the outside corner.
Turned my name in for, sent my name in for candlepins for cash.
And you know, when
Demir.
Mookie Betts abandons the Red Sox for
professional bowling.
No,
Big ball
I'm
bowling.
getting there, right? When he abandons the Red Sox for the huge payday, and I really hope he doesn't go to the Yankees, I'm going to get back to that bowling and say, you know what? He was a big ball bowler. He wasn't a candlepin bowler. He just didn't have that total commitment to New England, Boston, and Worcester.
No, he was smart.
Yeah, see?
That's what he was.
Yeah,
Smart.
you're going to say he's smart.
Yeah. Pick the right sport. Sports.
Yeah. Oh, he's no doubt. He's living the life.
Candlepins, you get 3 tries, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 3. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you get the spare ad and
Yeah,
strike.
all that garbage.
That's in both, though. I mean, the scoring.
The scoring is the same, but still. 3 tries. It should take longer. For
I do like.
Wow,
I
watch
gotta,
out upstairs.
Yeah, that was dangerous. I do like this. I do like taking my, 4 and 5-year-old kids big ball bowling because they can get strikes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What does that tell you?
Yeah. Loser.
Oh.
You can see the L on your forehead right now.
Oh.
John, don't you know with me you can never win?
You are set in your
Don't
ways.
you know that?
I know
yeah.
that. I know that.
I am so set.
I'm just trying to win the audience. You understand? I'm
I
not
am
trying to.
so
I'm not trying to
set in my
convince
ways,
you.
John. They're gonna
I'm not
pick
trying.
up-
I'm not trying to win with you. I'm trying to win with the audience to see the
Ooh,
error
off
of
the
your ways.
first base. That's going to be a hit.
It is a double
Or-
flub, actually.
Yep, probably
Oh,
an error
Shelley.
on that play, but it's going to be a reach safely.
So with 1 out, Noah Lucia reaches. He's had a good night. He's been on base all 4 times.
John, here's how
Yep.
set my ways I am.
Yep.
I eat the same cereal.
Oh no.
I eat
Oh no.
different
No
cereal,
wonder you like the big
a
ball
different
bowling.
cereal each same day of each week. In other words, Wednesday I always have this particular brand of cereal.
Oh, stop
Monday,
the
I always have
presses.
this
Wait a
particular
minute.
brand of cereal.
Tell me what they are.
No, I don't even know what they are.
Oh.
I just, they look at they look
You know,
familiar.
You're saying that you eat the same cereal on a Wednesday, every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday is honey
Why?
nut shredded wheat. I don't know.
What are you going to eat for breakfast tomorrow? It's a Friday.
Banana crunch.
Why isn't that good on Monday?
It
Banana
is.
crunch.
I have it on Mondays too.
That's unbelievable. Oh, I walked into that one. Wow. What do you have on Tuesday?
Pecan maple or whatever it is.
This is good. This is good stuff.
It's,
I mean,
it's high. What it is
I
the
just
high,
understand
it's the
why
high,
you have to have
it's the
that.
high
on-
fiber stuff.
Yeah.
So I try to vary it.
Okay.
Because if I eat
All
the
right.
same
Yeah,
cereal
yeah.
every day, it's going to drive me nuts.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No pun intended.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
2-0. Fouled off to the right. That was a good 2-0 pitch.
Every
not,
Saturday,
not for the
Granola.
batter, but Saturday, granola.
Every Saturday is granola day.
And Sunday's the splurge day?
Sunday is Kashi Crunch.
Wow, you do not give in. That's just all healthy all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Should be chicken and waffles on Sunday.
I know.
But you're set in your ways. I can't talk you into it.
No, you can't. Sometimes I make an omelet on Sundays, but I have the cereal, too.
Wow. Well, you're eating healthy now, huh?
Look at me.
Exactly. You're just a spectacle of health.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As I limp out of here when we go home.
Oh, man. 7-3. The Silver Knights are on top, hunting for insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th before they try to close it out at the expense of the Worcester Bravehearts here on a Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, July 11. That misses badly outside and low, and it's a one-out walk for Dylan Jones. He wanted no part of Dylan Jones, Tom, after the monster night that he's been having.
No, he didn't.
First and second for the Silver Knights, and here's the three-hitter Kyle Sandstrom, who's also had a pretty good night, walking a double.
Charleston Southern, number 41.
Problem is, if you're Worcester, you know if you stay within 3 or 4 runs, you've got a shot the way this bullpen has pitched lately for the National Silver Knights.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah. Ethan Teixeira, relief pitcher for Worcester, in a bit of a jam here of his own making as he makes Sandstrom dance.
Teixeira's problem is he cannot get the ball over the plate. It's not where he wants it. That drives me nuts as a fan when relievers come in and throw and can't throw strikes.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
And
that's their one job.
how do you think the coaches feel?
Oh, that's their one job. I saw Dallas Green once just run out to the mound and shaking his head.
Phillies manager?
Yeah, but he was the Yankee manager at the time.
Oh, yeah,
He was so irate.
He just had it.
So irate at his pitcher.
He took out all his anger from all the relief pitchers that don't throw strikes when they come to the game. On that poor young man. He just had it.
Just the body language and the way he was shaking his head and yelling to himself as he walked out of the Yankee dugout. I remember that.
Tom was thinking as he watched it, good. That's exactly how I feel.
Exactly. I haven't seen more managers do it. The late Dallas Green.
Oh, another dance job for Kyle Sandstrom to avoid getting hit. And is it 3-1 or 2-1?
2-1.
2-1. Our Holman Stadium clock operator is right on the spot. 7 runs, 7 hits for the Silver Knights. Trying to add to it.
And make that third Worcester error costly.
That's right over at the knees, at the bottom of the zone.
Right down Broadway.
Yeah.
Well, it is getting chilly.
Yeah, another drop in the temperature in the last few minutes.
Yes.
And we did hear that it's supposed to rain in about 15 minutes. Earlier, somebody said 10 p.m. was when the next rain was supposed to arrive. So let's hope it doesn't while the game's going on. Pitch. Ground ball right side. Scooped up. And no chance for the double play.
But a nice play. Goes to his right. Chelly goes to his right, makes that play, gloves it, and had no hesitation.
Yep.
Didn't look back at first base to see if anybody was covering.
Yep.
Because that would have cost him the runner at second.
And that's a situation where he probably thought it out ahead of time, said if I get a ground ball on my right, going right to second base.
Yep. Get the out, get the sure out.
Yep. The pitcher did cover, but actually beating him to the bag was Sandstrom.
Here's Felix Hernandez.
Phoenix looking for his first hit tonight, would be a big one, and he cannot catch up to the 88 at the letters. 0-1.
It's interesting having him hit cleanup. It really is.
Yep. I'm sure if he connects, it's going to go a long way, but
of course, the new way they do the game now is the managers put their RBI guy in the second spot, and that's why Jones is there.
Yeah, they do that all over baseball.
Yeah, they do it all over baseball.
Rizzo's a second batter for
Judge
the Cubs.
Is a second batter.
Judge, yep. The Red Sox have gone to Devers.
Yeah.
He's an RBI guy.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. They used to say you put your best hitter number 2, and that would include average.
I don't think
Occasional power.
I don't think they're doing that.
No,
maybe.
I don't think so.
mean, yeah, a little bit, but not.
Sometimes they put their best average guy first.
Right.
Now. Big swing off to the right. I mean, some teams have the luxury of it's tough to decide who to put in the top 5 spots in the order because everybody mashes. That Dodgers team that's coming into the Fenway tomorrow night, that comes to mind. The way those guys hit the ball.
What a year they're having.
Bellinger and
60
Peterson.
and 32.
Yeah, there goes the
runner.
runner.
Goes.
Yeah, he's going to get there without a throw because that was in the dirt. So it was a good decision to run for Kyle Sandstrom in scoring position. Surprised he didn't do it earlier.
Break this game wide open with a base hit. Deuce is wild. 2 and 2 and 2 outs. 2 on.
Phoenix Hernandez looking for a pitch he can get a hold of, and he takes 3 and 2 now as that's up and away. Full count, but first base is empty. Jared Dupree is on deck.
I'd rather pitch to Hernandez than Dupree.
Yeah. Yes, especially if you make a decent pitch here, he's probably going to swing at it, not wanting to go down looking. The 3-2. And he does, and he holds off. That was just a little bit high. It was a great take.
It was. Good take by Hernandez, and now Dupree's got a chance here to drive in some more runs.
Yeah, big spot for Jared with that Tom King article coming up on Sunday. He could be the start of a great weekend for him right now. 5-game homestand for the Nashua Silver Knights, including a fireworks Friday night against these same Bravehearts tomorrow night, and it's going to be beautiful weather from what I understand. First pitch swing, Dupree fouls it off to the left, off the bullpen netting. Hard hit to the right center field gap. Long run for the right fielder is going to get there for out number 3.
Well, he hit it on the nose, but a good jump out in right field.
John Thrasher.
And Thrasher's there to make the play.
Threatening to clear the bases.
That was just a good jump. I mean, he's playing him to pull.
Yeah.
So you figure if he can get it up the gap, he's got a shot at it, but Thrasher has shown his speed in right field. Right field, I think, is the toughest outfield to play in the stadium.
Yeah, he had to run at least 60, maybe 60 to 80 feet to run that down, and he did.
Let's put it this way. He ran on that one play more than I've run in the last 2 years.
Wow. Just running off the field.
No doubt about it. He covered more ground than I had, that's for sure.
Yeah, as far as running.
Right.
He walked a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to walk places,
I was Ryan Anderson. Brett Anderson's grandfather, I talked to him. Ryan Anderson is his father. I covered Ryan in high school, covered Ryan when he was a manager, or head coach at Merrimack High School. And Brett Anderson was, had a big game the other day. And I'm talking to the family a little bit because I've known him for years. And I walked from the game was at Elliott Field, BG.
Yeah.
And I parked way away from it because I don't want a foul ball to hit the car. And I looked and I made the walk from home plate after I was done talking to the managers and the coaches to where the fans were beyond the stands out down first base side, and then to the parking lot and looking at where my car was. I said, "Boy, it's a long walk from home plate to my car." Right, Brett Anderson's grandfather goes, he said, "I think it was probably the same distance when you first started out here."
He points out the painfully obvious.
But now it's a little tougher for you.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Oh, man. I'm telling you.
He was right.
John, I think we are good radar-wise.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah,
Weather, Tom,
until well after midnight.
Okay. Paul Kamoulis.
Yeah, there is nothing on the radar showing until around 2:30 this morning.
Okay.
2:30
No threat at all right now then.
No threat at all.
The question is Worcester a threat? 0-2 is the count on Kamoulis leading off here in the top of the 9th.
I think he's got a real unorthodox overhand, doesn't he? Look at that. We saw it earlier.
100% overhand.
Didn't we see it earlier?
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Yeah,
I think I brought up my reference to Tim Lincecum, the guys that go stream overhand.
Yep.
He doesn't quite lean his whole body back. I'm close to it though. Very high pop up, and first baseman calling for it. Credit Larocca for being confident on that one. 1 up, 1 down here in the Worcester 9th, down by 4.
For those of you who are watching live here on National ETV, you will want to stay tuned and not touch that remote after this game is over, because there will be a replay of the Chad football game.
Awesome.
Coming up.
With some Nashua kids in it, you said.
Tons of local kids, yeah. Yep.
Who recorded it, Tim wants to know.
I don't know.
Another cable outfit. One of our brother-sister organizations up north?
I was not given that information from my anonymous source.
Anonymous source. Is his initials PJ?
From my anonymous source who's producing from home.
Yeah, I'm sure that information's forthcoming.
If I had to take a guess, I would say Bedford. They had a ton of kids in that game. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Bedford would have more incentive to do it.
Top of the 8th, 7-3 Nashua. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Appear to be foul tipped into the mitt, but the net effect is the same. Strikeout for Fahey, and he's 1 out away from sealing the deal here for the Silver Knights, who had moved to 16-19. Looking for a 2-day sweep of the Bravehearts. If they can hang on to this one, they'll play them here tomorrow night. Fireworks Friday here at Holman. Chris Rinaldi, the big hitter, just takes one. He just took the bat down. This guy has swung the bat tonight. Cracked a home run his first time up.
And I wouldn't give him anything good. But
he's got a brand new bat up there.
Then again, with a 4-run lead, you don't want to walk people either.
Right.
So challenging.
Yeah.
And he does.
Ooh.
He does.
And it's only 81, huh?
And he's 0-2, yeah, but that overhand delivery makes that ball look like a dart.
Right.
A missile out of his hand.
So it's 0-2.
Maybe even like a candlepin bowling ball.
A reference.
It's small. It's small.
Enough, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It ups the degree of difficulty, Tom, is what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because the big ball.
Ground ball. 2 high hops.
Tougher to control.
And firing it across the diamond.
And that's one of the reasons why they really. And that'll do it.
Yeah. Game over.
Game over. How about that, huh?
A solid win for the Nashua Silver Knights here on Thursday, July 11 of 2019. They take it 7-3 over the Bravehearts. We'll see all of you viewers here at Holman Stadium at some point during the remainder of this season. Great baseball, great viewing, and great conditions.
And by the way, the answer to tonight's trivia question, Plymouth TV shot the
I thought the trivia question was what day of July is your 60th birthday.
Yeah, well, keep guessing, buddy.
That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. Big thank you to Tim O'Neill.
If you want to get me a gift, that's fine.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I won't turn it down.
Chicken and waffles on the way.
All right.
Thanks, Pete Johnson, for executive producing this one from the comfort of home. Good night from Holman Stadium, everybody.